Good evening and welcome to one and all, including Mama Bear and of course Mellows is muted as usual. How are you all doing?
Good, and how are you doing?
Apart from being in a lot of pain, so I won't be doing much tonight. Sort of a warm up in case you decide you want to go live yourselves. But it's a while since I've done one of these, so I thought, I wonder if us can still do them.
Oh, you know how to do them.
I've forgotten. What's next?
Hey, BB.
Good evening, people. How are you all doing? Good to see you. We've got BBA. We've got Jab Up, Fake Mike, and a host of other people watching, but not commenting. That's fine. If Mellows, if you don't unmute, I'm going to put you backstage.
He was making a salad.
Oh, right. Okay. In that case, then, yeah, you can go backstage for now. We'll just have a conversation. Welcome to the Green Reaper Mama Bear Show. Mellows isn't here. In spirit, maybe, but that's about all.
Yeah.
What's this? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I think I put it. I think I said good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome.
Hey, Big Mike. Hey, Sean, Jab Up.
Daniel, how are you doing? Good to see you. BBA, I've not seen you for a while, say the least. Fake Mike, not seen you for a while either. I've not been live for a while. We've got Bryson. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. What's been happening in the world these days? Oh, yeah. We've got an idiot in charge of America. No change there, folks.
There's an idiot in charge over there.
We've got an idiot in charge over here. Keir Starmer. But there's one thing all parties have agreed with, apparently, and that's to give themselves a pay rise. So the Houses of Parliament, although they're putting restrictions on us working folk, they get themselves a pay rise because they voted for it.
Yeah, I love that.
Typical politics. Politicians, I should say. Mellows, if you're listening in, when you've unmuted, I'll bring you back up.
Yeah, they love giving themselves pay raises.
So,
Daniel.
Sorry, what was that? You broke? Either I broke up or you did.
I was saying hi to Daniel and Bryce.
The chat. Where would we be without the chat?
Yeah. Are we? Yes, we're mad, BBA. We're all
absolutely. Mad. I must be mad because I'm planning on going over to see Mellows again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm going to stay. I'll go down on the Friday, come back on the Sunday, something like that. No, go down on a Thursday, come back to Sunday. But I'm going to take the missus with me.
Oh, good. She'll enjoy the ride.
That should be fun.
Oh, come on.
It means that at least I won't be bored all the way, traveling all that way. Yeah, I'll have someone to talk to, even if it is the brick wall. Who said that?
You guys get along good, so I don't want to hear that.
Oh, no, hey, hang on a second. The reason is that when I want her opinion, I'll give it. You see, I can say these things because she's asleep.
Get it. Okay, you'll get it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and if I really want to confuse her, I'll put 3 spades up against the wall and I'll ask her to take a pick.
Oh, okay.
That's in a pickaxe. Well, she's got to hit me over the head with something, hasn't she, folks? Brandon, good to see you. Actually, apart from really aches and pains that I've got, and a lot of people call that old age.
Yeah.
I call it being married. The thing is, I'm still here. And contrary to popular belief, I can still remember how to operate StreamYards. You know?
Yeah.
Just about. It's actually good to see so many people. I've not been around for a while, so it's nice. I've been on a lot of people's panels, on the other occasion, but running my own sort of live, so to speak, and having people to talk to.
It has been a while since we've
We
been
got
on
Mama Bear. Mama Bear's dropped in from across the states, and she was here on time. Now Mellows was here on time, but decided to make himself a salad.
I actually was
But
up cutting up
I think
stuff.
I think he's growing it. So, folks, it could be a while before he turns up, but
Hey, Money.
Manny 420. Now, I've got a nightbot going on in some channels, not on the network because it never got set up.
Yes, we had the other day, Wanda came in and she found our Nightbot, and I told her to go at Nightbot and talk to it, and she had a ball the other day with it.
Nightbot can be funny. I just end up timing it out.
Yeah,
I used to anyway. I don't think I can anymore. I don't think I have the ability as I used to have.
yes, I just for the live, I was cut stuff up for salad.
Well, as I say, he's still in the back. He's still unmuted, Mr. Mellows. But yeah, do you know what? I asked the wife a question the other day. I asked her, will she still want me? Will she still feed me when I'm 64? And she turned around and said, of course I will. It's only 6 weeks away.
I got a couple months. I got a couple months before I hit the 64.
I know you're close to me, but yeah.
Just a couple months.
Yeah, but
Behind you.
It still makes me the oldest swinger in town. Gregory, good to see you, my friend. Long time no see. Glad you dropped in.
Yes, us old folks here. Soon we'll be all in nursing homes. Hey, Gregory.
You'll be in a nursing home.
No, I won't.
No,
nope.
I won't be. Jeez.
I would never be in a nursing home.
I've seen what they do in those nursing homes. And there's two arguments going on, which just in recent lives that I've listened into. One of them was, in the same one, there was an argument for and an argument against. Should they be should care assistants who want to do the job get paid a decent wage? Which I agree with. But then they were saying around and said, well, if you start paying them a decent wage, it means that they have to learn about the job and get pieces of paper. Now, I've got a slight problem with that, right? And that is the majority of carers, in fact, I will say 95% of carers are actually unpaid.
Yeah.
And they do it because of their loved ones, right? And they're the ones who don't get paid, but they know what they're doing.
Yep.
But if they ever went into the carer's role and got paid, they have a wealth of knowledge that they can bring with them.
Yeah.
Because they'll know how to recognize different things in people. Not necessarily medical issues. I mean, that's down to nurses and doctors. But they can report information back and how somebody changes, because there are early signs that you might pick up on. You're more likely to pick up on
Yeah.
because of your past experience. So why shouldn't they get paid a decent wage? The
Oh,
same as those who got pieces of paper if they go into that profession.
you can apply here for assistance from your family and get paid. But you got to have to have the guidelines for it are unbelievable.
Red tape.
Yeah. Because when I initially got sick and I was so bad there for a while, we looked into it, and I had to be bedbound, almost bedbound, in order to get help.
This is the problem. I mean, here you can become a carer, right? And you can stop working and you can get a massive 88 or 68 pounds per week off the government. And you're allowed to earn a little bit of money as on this, if you like, legitimately, right? So the problem I have with that is the government will automatically deduct anything that they find in your bank account, which is more than what they say.
Yeah.
On that note, talking to people who need caring, how are you doing, BBA?
Evening, mate. It's good to see you live. Evening, Mama Bear, or afternoon for you, maybe. But what's up,
Yes,
guys?
it's good afternoon, BBA.
What's up? What's up?
And hello, Outlaw King and Susan in chat.
What's up? What's up?
Welcome.
Now, it's good to see you live, Grim. It's good to see you live, mate.
It makes a change. I agree. I think it's old age creeping up on me. You know. Let's see if I bring him up. I'll tell you what. Can you bring him up and see whether or not he'll talk to you? Because he doesn't want to talk to me. He's muted stuff.
Oh, you never. I'll wait and see. Bring him up and see who can guess.
Hey,
Evening, Mellows.
Hey, Mountain Girl.
Are you with us, Mellows?
Mountain Girl. No.
Mellows with us, so he can't play the game. So there's only two of you. Guess what arrived in the post today?
I know. I got a feeling I know.
Go on, Mama Bear. What do you reckon come in the post today?
YouTube plaque.
Yeah, it did. It did indeed. It did indeed.
YouTube sent you some mail.
Sorry, guys. I'm just cooking, eating, stuffing my face over.
I thought you were putting a salad together and you were growing it. You were taking
still fucking around. Sorry, man. I'll be back in a second.
Oh, it's all right.
Mama Bear's right. Anyway, the 100th plaque came today.
Lovely.
I haven't opened it yet, though, because I want to do an unboxing video. So hopefully I'll do one of them tomorrow.
Lovely.
And everyone can see it.
Nice. Are you going to record it and put it up as a premiere? Or are you going to do it live?
Well, I'll probably just put it up as a video, to be fair.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
And then I might do a live maybe tomorrow night, and the plaque can be in the background.
Oh, nice, nice.
Nice, nice.
I wasn't ignoring what you put in because you did. I just didn't get a chance to say. We moved on slightly. Yeah, carer is a carer for his dad, and the government pays him £105 per week, £15 a day. Yeah, just goes to show you how much the government thinks of home carers. Like I say, majority of carers actually don't. They do it for nothing because they're working to get that. They'd have to give up their job, you know, and that's the problem. They end up getting paid a damn sight less and doing the same work, if you call it work.
Yeah,
I don't know. Sorry.
Go on.
No, Brandon said, let's see it. I said, I don't really want to get it out before
Oh.
I've unboxed it, bro. But
Yeah. I was going to say, please don't do it live on air. You know,
Just so
we
you know
don't
it's
want to do
legit.
it like. Ah,
Yeah.
well, there you go. Yeah, I think you can get them from eBay quite easily, but that's only allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, I could have said Amazon, but I mean, depends on what country you're in.
Yeah. Well, guess what? You don't get the YouTube authentication certificate and that with it, so yeah.
Listen, you've got 100K plus, right? And I'm lucky if I've got 800 plus.
I
Do you know
tried.
what?
I just tried to get
I don't
500.
care. Yeah, I don't care. You know,
I'm trying to get 500.
I mean, congratulations on getting a plaque to say that.
You know what? Everyone, to be
YouTube
fair,
likes you.
everybody says that. Like everybody says, "Oh, well done, you got to the 100K, or you done that." To be honest, mate, it was a joint effort, weren't it? It's not just me; it's the viewers, it's the subscribers, it's the people that support the channel, it's the people behind the scenes that have helped with the channel, and yeah, there's many people involved in me getting to 100K, man. I'd like to. Take the full credit for it, but I can't, man. I've got good people around me, or have had in that 4 years, and so yeah, big shout out to all of those people, mods, people behind the scenes, subscribers, viewers. I feel like I'm doing like an Oscar speech, but yeah, big up all of you people, man.
Yeah.
I want to say, I want to say that this information here. Sorry to cut you short, but all joking apart, Susan, I am really, really pleased that you've got some good news, exciting news as well. I'll put it up there that she's a potential match for both on the bone marrow register for somebody who's in need of your stem cells. You know, just don't. I just hope they don't have the same problem and they're still able to grow up.
After
sorry, I shouldn't.
She
I
was on
shouldn't
the
mention
registry.
small jokes.
Yeah, 22 years on the registry.
But congratulations. Yeah, I think it's great, and I hope that well, I know it'll go. It's a stupid thing to say, but I hope it goes to good use. I hope that whoever it goes to, they get a much better life as a result.
I like that comment. So
I was about to say, can a big person use a little person's bone marrow, or what?
Well, they'd only have to magnify it.
Oh, right. So I think they just need a little bit more of it than usual.
okay. Stop picking on us small people, or us short people, little people.
She started it. She started it.
I'm not picking on anybody small whatsoever. It's not my fault I have to look where I'm walking, so I don't stand on them.
She started it.
That's it. Susan.
You know what? What would you do without us little people getting stuff at the bottom of the shelf for you?
Oh, hang on. Whoa, wait a minute. It's just like a science experiment that's likely to go a little
wrong.
bit further than other people. No, I'm not. All joking apart, congratulations. I really do hope this small experiment in your life actually fulfills a much bigger situation for people.
Yo, Mountain Girl. Good to see you.
Yes,
Mountain Girl.
we all haven't gotten together not alive in a while.
Where's Fake Mike? Fake Mikey or something?
He's
He
chat.
dropped in. He dropped in, dropped out.
What?
He wasn't
I'll put the link out in the chat if anybody actually wants to go up and say hello to BBA, and so long as you don't say congratulations to them, you're fine.
Yeah, no congratulations, man.
Never say congratulations to him. Sean, how you doing? Good to see you. Ignore him, little Susan. Pick up. Oops.
Hey,
I made it
Mellows,
up.
Mellows, I've got an AI song I've made. I want you to do something with it if you can.
Bin it.
All right, it's good, man. It's
I'm not
good.
even heard it.
Want me to play it? You want to hear it? I don't know how well it'll come through because I know that you're probably not even hearing me very well, are you? I'm probably coming through with a crackle and a...
No. Hearing
No?
you fine and fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, right. Everyone usually moans that I sound shit on this phone. All right, let's give it a go. I know you don't like rap music, but I mean, like, it's only a couple of minutes long, Grim. Don't fucking stress at me, please. All right, let's go. You can all sing along in the chorus, man. It's proper catchy. Are we ready?
Yes. I'm waiting with bated breath.
Can you hear it, okay?
Yo,
Yeah?
Turn it up a touch.
yo. Hey, just another traffic stop. Yeah, I know the drill. Hand on my phone while you're acting like you're keeping it real. License and registration, man, I've heard it before. But this time I'm recording everything through my door. Ain't it funny how your attitude starts to change when you notice that red light, man? You act so strange. Sir, that's not allowed. But we both know that's a lie. First Amendment protects me while I watch you deny. Are you mad, bro, when we catch you with the camera phone? Are you mad, bro? Now the whole world's gonna know. Are you mad, bro? Can't hide behind that badge no more. Are you mad, bro? Truth's about to fucking blow. Found some shit on Twitter about the mayor taking cash, private jets and offshore accounts. Man, it happened so fast. Tagged the local news station, shit went viral quick. Now he's sweating bullets while his cronies looking sick. Posted up outside City Hall with my live stream on. 100 people filming when the FBI came strong. Comment as they carrying boxes through the door. But we got all the footage, yeah, we keeping it strong. Are you mad, bro, when we catch you with the camera phone? Are you mad, bro? Now the whole world's gonna know. Are you mad, bro? Can't hide behind the badge no more. Are you mad, bro? Truth's about to fucking blow. Let me break it down for you real quick. Every dirty deal, every fucking trick. Every bribe taken, every right they stole. We got receipts now, and the truth's getting old. What do we want? Justice! What are we wanting? Yeah! Chief of police, living in a mansion on the hill, but his salary don't match up, yet something ain't real. Downloaded the file before they can hit delete, sent that shit straight to the feds, now watch them retreat. Your whole system's crumbling phone by fucking phone. Every citizen and journalist making your sins known. You could try to stop us, but there's millions more to come. Each video we upload is like a smoking. Are you mad, bro, when we catch you with the camera phone?
It's all right, isn't it?
Are you mad? Now the world's gonna know. Are you mad? Can't have a hundred back no more. Are you mad, bro? Truth's about to fucking blow. Keep recording, keep exposing, keep the pressure on till every corrupt motherfucker's badge of power's gone. Are you mad, bro? Well, you should be, cause the people got the power now, and we're finally free.
Is that it?
What do we think? It's all right, isn't it?
I'm so glad there wasn't subtitles.
Fire,
Really.
fire, fire.
Oh, is that what they were shouting? Right, okay.
Woo!
No, I mean, do you want an honest opinion or?
Not from you, to be honest, because it will be a very biased one. As someone who doesn't like that kind of music. Come on, Martingale knows the score. Woo! Fucking woo, motherfuckers!
You should have put that in. It might have made more sense. Listen, next time you come out on an audit, you've got to get that saying in. Right?
What?
You've got to say that to a copper.
What? Woo fucking woo.
Woo.
I'll do it. When he turns around and says, "Oh, you're not allowed to do that, mate," I'll go, "Woo fucking woo."
Exactly.
And what are you gonna do? That's what I'll
It's
do.
called,
Woo fucking
called-
woo. What you gonna do? That's what I'm gonna say.
it's freedom of expression.
Woo fucking woo. What
Wait a
you
minute.
gonna do?
You guys don't have a lot of freedom of expression over there. You might put him in jail.
What you don't do is you don't swear. You say woo fucking woo. That way they can't do you for it because it's fucking.
I'm fracking. I'm fracking.
You're fracking.
Oh cunt.
Woo,
Oh
fracking woo.
cunt. Sorry, cunt.
Yes, that's an old one as well, mate.
See Outlaw's last comment. Susan, sweet. How many mods does Bear have? 12 to Bear, hope you've got about 1.6 million in Bitcoin.
Can I just say that song? I will give it an 8 out of 10.
Hang on, if I ain't got the money to pay my mods, have I got to start making people redundant or what?
Wait a minute here. I still have. I got to send you that invoice for Nightbot yet, and for modding. All the mods, we'll get together and we'll.
Here's my boy. Can I bring him on? And with further ado, the myth, the man, the legend.
Yeah. Well, why are you bringing him up?
Real news.
Hey, that's you you're talking about, Bear. Congratulations, man. 100,000, bro. 100K, bro.
Yeah, respect, man. We've had the 100K like just before Christmas, but for some reason they took a little while, man. Like fucking, I got an email when I applied for the thing, and they said, "Oh, there's a bit of a delay with the reviews on YouTube channels for the awards." So I should have really had mine like well over a month ago, but it's finally come today. So I'm going to do like an unboxing video or something maybe tomorrow. I was thinking about maybe going back to where I done my first audit, seeing if I can find the same guy and maybe do a bit of content with the guy that I first audited. I don't know.
Well, you should definitely celebrate, man. Even off camera too. You should definitely celebrate. We don't celebrate victories enough, and you reaching millions of people and getting 100,000 subscribers, that's a huge victory, man. It's very important that you celebrate it, bro. So, man, do something for yourself, either by yourself or one of your friends, a loved one, or something like that, man. But you got to celebrate, man. That's incredible, bro. Like, and some people will get to 100K and they won't get the plaque. So you got the plaque, man. So, man,
you know what, bro? I was looking at something, the other day. So, and this was only AI overview, but it kind of makes sense. So there's on average around 51 million active channels, not accounts. We're not talking YouTube users. We're talking channels with content on that are creating content. 51 million. Out of that 51 million, 528,000 have been awarded or have received an award.
wow.
I broke that down. That works out that only 0.6% of 51 million people have actually received even a silver award, let alone the gold or anything else. So when you look at it like that, damn, man, it's like quite an achievement, isn't it? You know, it's like fucking...
really
Congratulations. I've got to say, congratulations. What you need now is a cornflake to swallow it with. You know, you tried.
Hey, Inferno. Hey, John. Welcome to chat.
John.
Sasquatch.
How are you? Where's my participation trophy? You hit the
the list would be too long,
way...
but you know, if I was thanking people, it would be like, oh, you know, well over 100,000 people in thank yous, man. You know what I mean? I say,
yeah, but at the end of the day, yeah, you definitely couldn't have done it without the other people helping, for sure. That's you know that, but at the end of the day, it's you, because there's other people that have support systems. They don't take advantage of it. At the end of the day, you're the guy that's putting in the hard work and going out all the time and getting the videos and asking the questions and investigating and exposing. So at the end of the day, yeah, that's very humble of you to share it, because are there people behind the scenes and all your subscribers that helped out, and especially thanks to everybody that was sharing Bear's videos. You know what I'm saying? Those are the MVPs. But at the end of the day, this is a celebration for Bear, man, because everybody can get help, everyone can do things, but at the end of the day, it's up to that person to go out and do these things. So this is a tremendous accomplishment, man, and I'm really proud of you. And one other thing I'll say about this too is, you know, Bear and I nobody agrees with me 100%. I don't agree with anybody 100%. But the thing that Bear did that makes this so special is he's not out here doing popping balloons. He's not unboxing kittens. He's telling stories. He's telling human stories, stories that are not told on the news. He's confronting politicians. He's confronting police officers, and he's making a real difference. And the best part about this 100,000 is you inspired so many other people, and even you've inspired other people to go out and do it. And then now you've educated so many other people on their rights. And I mean, you're the man, Bear. You're the man. You're the man. You're the man. And
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You gotta celebrate, man. You're the man. I'm really proud of you, and you continue to inspire me, man. So thank you.
I appreciate
and
you,
if
man.
anybody thought that this was a setup, right? It wasn't, because I didn't know anything about it.
No one knew nothing. It's the first time I spoke to any of you in a few days.
I just think that it's the way that everybody supports everybody else. We may have our fallings out at times, right?
Yeah.
But there's one thing which I am proud of, and that's to be part and parcel of this network. I'm never going to agree 100% with everything that everybody does or says. But that's the thing. We should agree to disagree and not hate on each other for no sodding reason.
Yes.
We all want the same.
What if the reason's good enough?
The panel link is pinned in all the channels that we're live on. Anybody's welcome to come up.
Mike, Frank, you turn
Can we focus on the things that we do agree on?
you turn your camera off if you want, Mike. Well, I'll bring you up. Hello, Mr. Hunt. How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing, sir?
I didn't know what you wanted your camera on or off, you know.
No,
so
no. I don't want it on.
You know, so I thought, well, I know you anyway. Mr. Hunt. Mike Hunt.
Yeah.
Mike Hunt. And I have to slow it down occasionally, otherwise it sounds like something totally different. But yeah, good to see you, Summer. Thanks for dropping in. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, big up, Summer.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
Summer.
rest of us are coming. There's more.
Hey, we got the real tribal.
Northwoods and Mountain Girl.
On or off? Thumbs up, thumbs down before
We're
I
gonna
bring
have
you
a full
up.
house
Oh,
in a minute.
Oh, nobody else like. All right, bringing you up the real tribal chief. How you doing?
Hello, man. Hey, Sean.
Mike,
Sean.
what's up, buddy?
Hold on, Sean. What did you do to become the real tribal chief? Last I checked, my tribal chief is Roman Reigns. All right, just let that be known right now.
Fuck Roman Reigns. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you right now. Fuck Roman Reigns, because you know why? He's from Florida.
Why?
I'm born and raised in Hawaii. Fuck Roman Reigns.
Tell us how you really feel.
You're the color, are you?
Roman Reigns. I don't tell him that to his fucking face. Fuck Roman Reigns.
Hey, Mellows, just to let you know, can I just do a quick PSA, Grim?
Yeah.
Well,
if
before you do that, just read that comment out.
Last time the Americans invaded like this, it was Afghanistan.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this. Roman Reigns is born and raised in Florida. How can he call himself a tribal chief if he's fucking from the mainland?
I'll tell you what. You you made a great point right there, and now I agree with you, and I will acknowledge you as my tribal chief. But I just want to give a quick PSA.
Hey, yo, right here. This is where I'm from, Molokai,
Now-
Hawaii, bro.
Are you still out there? Are you still out there?
Oh
I'm
my
born
God,
here.
what's going
I
on
ain't
here?
leaving.
Upstate!
I ain't leaving.
Upstate, upstate.
And this is what I grow 365 days a year, bro.
Dude!
There.
Nice raccoon
And the
tail.
time, ladies and gentlemen, around the world is 4:20.
That and this.
Hey, you know what?
God, he's got a big one.
Roman Reigns is from Florida, not Hawaii, and Roman Reigns has never showed me bud, so I am acknowledging the real tribal chief right now.
See that, Sean?
Roman Reigns and his family.
Hang on, we've got somebody else in the back now. Oh,
Acknowledge him!
We've got Mountain Girl. We've got.
Woo fucking
New
woo.
York.
Hey,
Hey, man.
Woo
Go.
fucking
Woo
woo.
fucking woo. Hey, this Rick, I'll have to drop down.
Woo
to make some
fucking
room.
woo.
We're all up in here.
Good to see you, Mellows.
Ah,
Bear, Mama Bear,
hey,
everybody on the panel. Grim Reaper, my brother, what's up?
Yeah, I'm just getting blind on my special day.
We're doing it panel raid, so
Hey.
what's going on over here?
That's
tell you
what
what,
we-
folks, it's
Hey,
nice-
Mike,
nice to
good to
see
see
you
you.
all.
It's 4:20.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Mike was actually going to say something, but I don't know what it was. he was
Yeah,
going
we
say,
came up to
actually.
Berwyn with you, bro.
Let's get a family
Yeah.
session going on.
All right, let's do it.
Upstate. Are you there?
Damn.
That's a fucking.
That's what you call a fatty.
That's a gorilla finger right there.
I can guarantee you
That's
that.
what I'm
a
talking
joint
about.
with
Hell
hash-
yeah,
Upstate smokes weed with hash in it.
that's great.
Not that we advertise in any way, shape, or form, or condone anybody, but if you so wish to
That's right.
participate, far be it from me to be hypocritical about it.
You guys, I'm
Right.
not smoking weed no more. Guys, I'm not smoking weed no more. But I'm not smoking no less either. So I'm keeping it real.
Well, you're not
you know?
gonna.
Well, actually,
Right,
there's one
there you go.
person. There's one
Well, we
person on the
don't give
panel.
enough
There's
weed.
one
We ain't got nothing else to do.
guys. There's one person on the panel who has to bear,
That
and
much
no
of a
pun
bottle.
intended. Right? But he is the one who is absolutely wrong, and he's to blame, and he knows who it is, don't you, Mellows? And you know the reason why.
Yeah,
And I'm not going to
Always
tell.
the conspiracy
It's bad, Bob.
theories. How is it the conspiracy theorists? How did I get into that?
Yeah,
Fucking
It's
conspiracy
your
theories.
fault.
it's a conspiracy.
18
Lord.
years and 242, mate.
Hey, Inferno, how you doing?
Mellows,
man?
Oh, yeah.
Mellows, it's not.
So I just went
conspiracy,
to the
it's
toilet, man. So big up everyone on the panel who's just joined. What's up, man?
hey,
It's all right. It's a lot of shit
Bear,
here
good
as
to
well.
see you. Woo fucking woo.
Yeah, good to see you, bro. Hope you're well.
Hey, Bear, it's not often you take the piss out of yourself, but that's
Yeah.
not good.
Good to talk to you too, man. Yeah, right.
yeah,
Hey, Ferno,
It's been snowing like crazy over here.
hey, Nathan.
we got room. If anybody wants to come on up and jump on up, well, I'll sort something out. Don't worry.
I don't
I
mind
can
sitting
always
out.
put Bear backstage.
I can sit
No,
I'll
out
we'll
go
do
too.
that.
backstage. I can go backstage. So if
Who
somebody
wants to
wants
come on?
to come up, I'll go backstage.
Oh, see, Nathan, good to see you.
I can go
Thank you
backstage.
so much. Here's another guy, by the way, who's starting to go live and using StreamYard. So I picked up on his one of his shows. He was doing really well. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit his notification bell because he does some good lives and some good panels from what I saw. James comes. Good to see you.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, upstate.
All my joints are like that. Every single one of them. You guys have to watch this.
You can tell he's from the upstate. You heard? That's right.
Hey, us New Yorkers know how to do it right.
You have to admit, Mama Bear, you are 100 on that. Yeah.
I'm from Oklahoma.
That's for sure.
And at least we haven't got Debo here. That'd be worse. Well,
let me turn.
I can't really say that because he's a nice guy, allegedly.
Hey, if anybody else wants,
go on.
sorry, if anybody else wants to come up on stage, I can go backstage too, because I can talk through Northwood. So,
well, as long as they don't want to use that on live, we can still have the same conversation. You know, when we need Northwood's opinion on something, I'm sure you'll give it to us, Mountain Girl.
Well, I abandoned my ship and came aboard yours today. So my ship's floating over there.
I'm only
That's how
here
I'm
for an
feeling
hour.
floating.
What are you doing now? What? Tops. However, if the party's still going, we continue.
My ship is a
So, sorry, I've got to ask the question, man, because I can see the real tribal chief. Did anyone watch? I'm assuming people maybe watch WWE. Did anyone watch the Royal Rumble?
Yo, hold on, Bear. Don't tell me because I haven't watched it yet. I'm about to watch it tonight.
Come on, where have you been? Hiding under a rock? You might know who won.
The Macho Man turned up and he beat the tribal chief.
What? Hey, Macho Man dead. You better never do that again. You got me excited for that. I forgot Macho Man was dead.
And ladies and gentlemen, I can still get to it.
I'll be honest, I was really surprised with the winner, man. Really surprised.
I did hear Jay Uso won, but I didn't hear anything else. So you guys just don't tell me if anybody really cool or old school came back. That's what I want. I look forward to the random.
It's good to see you, brother.
I can't believe you're talking about your man line.
I didn't like someone that returns.
Hey, Bear, who's your favorite? Bear, who's your favorite wrestler of all time? I asked you this before, but I forgot.
But to be honest, for me, like because of my age, me growing up, for me,
British Bulldog.
It was like my era was the Attitude era. Yeah,
I gotta go to my show. I'll be back.
So it's gonna be someone in the Attitude. Do you know what, bro? I'm gonna say Mankind, actually. Like, just in general, Mankind, Mick Foley, that whole... I was vibing back in the day, man. And he was always in the most savage matches as well.
Yep.
So.
Well, that guy has worked hard.
Hell yeah. One time in one Royal Rumble, he came out as Mankind, he came out as Cactus Jack, and his Dude Love, all in the same Royal Rumble. That was fire.
I think he done it as Mick Foley as well. I think it was 4.
Yeah,
I would have thought it would have been Marcella. You know, the guy who had the longest run in the Royal Rumble. Sorry, shortest run in the Royal Rumble ever.
Santino Marella. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Grim, I didn't know you watched wrestling, Grim.
I've met them many years ago.
What?
I met them when they came over to the UK. I met a load of them.
That's dope. So, who's your favorite wrestler then?
Me? Well, you see, it depends on which era.
Yeah, we're gonna go around the panel. I want to know everybody's favorite wrestler. I want to go around the panel. I want to know everyone's favorite wrestler.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Kevin Nash.
Big Daddy. Big Daddy.
I know you mean.
There were so many.
I thought you were going to say Giant Haystacks.
I remember him.
I'm old school. I remember.
Hang on. James says the Undertaker, and he also says the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, good choice.
There's too many, man. There is too many to pick.
Yeah.
Who remembers the Hardy Boys?
The
Yeah, the
Hardy
Hardy Boys, man. They were badass. They were badass. Swanton Bomb
and Hulk Hogan.
I used to
Hulk
like
Hogan for you guys, you know, like as Americans and the whole like he was kind of like he was like the main face of America almost, weren't he? Hulk Hogan at one point.
Pretty
But
much.
I don't really rate him. Like, I don't think he's even would be in my like top 5, to be honest.
I wouldn't even put him in my top 10, but the Hardy Boys, now that's
Yo, Upstate, I got love for you on that because the Hardy Boys are dope athletes and they're good characters too. Like when Matt Hardy, I don't know if you kept watching wrestling, but Matt Hardy had like the version 1.0, and then when he had the broken Matt Hardy and the awakened Matt Hardy, that is some of the best wrestling storylines and writing ever. It's just incredible.
I would have to say probably I've got to say the Fiend. I've got to say the Fiend. Because and the reason being is that the way that he sold the story of being on the dark side.
My favorite wrestler of all time is hands down Chris Benoit. I mean, what he did for the I'm just playing.
Oh, technical wise, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. I was just making a bad joke. But yeah, to talk about what Bear said, like when I was a kid, I was a kid in the 80s, and I went to see.
Sean, can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Okay, you're back. The rest of them haven't come back yet.
Oh,
Mike, who's your favorite wrestler?
Yeah, I hear you.
You're back.
All right, raid's over.
I think Nikita Koloff should have gone to WWF.
That would have been dope. Yeah, the Hulk Hogan stuff. Like when I was a kid, I went to go see him, and I was caught up in the craze. I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? I was like Hulk Hogan. I watched him main event against the $1 Million Man in Baltimore one night in the 80s. It was dope, but all the things coming out, how he don't sell, he don't put nobody over, his racism, and then his support for Trump is like, don't get me wrong. If you support any politician, I think you're stupid. If you're a celebrity, like they both suck. Unless you're supporting like Ron Paul, I don't want to hear about it. Or even if like you support like a third party, like a Ralph Nader, okay, cool. I respect it, whatever. But yeah, once he did that, and I was like, yo, I can't mess with this dude anymore. Yeah, I don't mess with
where I came from is like, you're gonna preach about, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, you don't listen to your parents, drink real American beer now. What the fuck?
Yeah, how's that vitamins? At least the Blue Blazer was keeping it real. That was so sad to see Owen go, because he had a great gimmick, especially for the Attitude Era. He was bringing back that real funniness. That was awesome. But yeah, Mama Bear.
It's like that jerk trying to make a joke about Owen Hart's death. Who the fuck do you think you are?
That's not cool. You know?
I have actually seen the wrestlers. I've gone and seen the Iron Sheik. I've seen Randy. I've seen Macho Man. I have seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
And
who's the cutest?
Who's the cutest wrestler? Yeah. I had to say my son because my son was a wrestler. Sorry.
Don't tell that to the model Rick Martel, but okay, cool.
French Canadian.
Hello, ladies.
Oh, Bell Venus. Oh yeah.
Yeah, God, there was so many. I've got pictures with my kids with them. With the
oh man, I gotta see those.
My apologies, James. I've tried to sort that out. It was an accident, and yes, fat fingers. Apologies for that.
Everybody, shame on Grim, right? Shame on Grim in the chat. Inferno, welcome to the stream. How are you today, brother?
So, Will, how you doing, man?
I'm still a little concerned about the genocides occurring in China, Yemen, and Gaza currently. But besides that, just peachy. That's not happening to me.
Gotcha. No, yeah.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah, hey, still doing, I guess.
That's what I like to hear. My man Inferno does not shoot blanks.
How the fuck
You
you
ain't-
gonna build a
Allegedly.
hotel in
Watch it, because if Inferno comes up, something will happen, and we'll lose it because we'll blame it on Inferno.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
curious. How you gonna build a fucking hotel in the middle of the Gaza Strip?
Whoa.
What's up, Sean? How you doing? Hey, Mellows, Mama Bear, everybody. Hey, Bear, what's up, man?
Hey, so
I mean,
Inferno,
fuck
it's
that.
only you. It's only you and New Hampshire Mountain Girl that we haven't got favorite wrestlers from. So we'll pass it to you next. So start
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
New Hampshire
Well, I guess-
Mountain
Oh,
Girl.
it's on mute. What's up, Inferno? Good to see you, bro.
What's up, Bear? Yeah, good to see you, man. But
Yo.
but yeah, I guess I'm kind of old school. It's like the last the wrestling I was in, where I'm from. I'm from the Von Erich.
Oh,
Von
okay,
Erich.
okay.
Yeah, the Von Erichs were my guys.
Their asses.
What's that,
Yo, his father was a douchebag, dude. Their father was
Yeah,
bad,
the father
dude.
was a bad guy. Yeah, but then his sons came in and
His
was
sons were
like the good
awesome,
guy.
though.
Yeah.
Especially
Okay,
in
guys.
the
Okay, guys. How many of you guys remember the lady wrestlers?
Oh,
Few.
Moolah.
I'm trying to think,
She's a
but old.
piece of
Moolah.
Yeah, she was.
But besides China, I'm trying to think who else besides
Oh,
China.
Sherry was pretty. Sherry is pretty sexy. I'd say a lot more than Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah, I haven't seen the latest, stuff. But yeah.
It
I
seems
don't
like
really
almost
watch
all.
wrestling anymore.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
flawedy and more raunchy nowadays.
Hey, mom girl.
Like those women,
Hi, Bruno.
like those women don't wear bikini suits like they did before, like the 80s and the 90s. They're like
Yeah.
2-3 pieces.
Yep.
Sometimes wardrobe malfunctions. Like the Royal Rumble, bro. Like, bro, you gotta miss it, bro.
I might know. I'm so late on that, bro.
Yeah, bro, you gotta see, bro. The person that returns, she had a wardrobe malfunction, bro.
Oh my goodness.
I think the
I
last
just
time I
wanted
really
somebody
watched
to win.
wrestling was
Yeah.
when Randy Savage and Hulk were wrestling.
Okay, yeah.
At
Yeah, you're old school like me.
Hey,
Probably
New
the
Hampshire
90s.
Mountain
Yeah,
Girl. I got a question.
Okay.
So you know
I don't
how
answer
like
questions, but go ahead.
Yeah.
when you think you're safe with friends and people you care about, this is what happens. No, never be vulnerable out there, guys. Just kidding. Yeah. So your profile image, right? Does that have anything to do with how women are choosing the bear now?
Don't know anything about that. All I know is it's my spiritual animal, and I've loved bears ever since I was a little girl.
Cool, man. What's your favorite type of bear?
Grizzly.
I knew you wouldn't say black bears.
I'm glad we don't have any
Right?
here where I'm at.
Now, bears are super cool, but just so you know, there's this thing that's been going around social media where women are like, would you rather be in the woods with a bear or a man? And they're all saying, I'd rather take the bear because at least the bear won't grape me or do this or do that or this and that. So it's like a whole thing on social media. And you're like backed up against the bear. I was like, oh my God, when did New Hampshire Mountain Girl become an ultra feminist? It's interesting.
It's like, yeah.
Can
It's like,
I
yeah, go
just
ahead.
can I just correct Outlaws? Not often I get the opportunity. Paige wasn't from the UK. She was from Northern Ireland. And as such, it falls outside of the UK. She was from Great Britain / Northern Ireland. Just sort of clarify that.
What a nerd. Do we need a nerd alert button? Nerd. Actually, the hypotenuse of the right angle is well.
And Fake Mike.
Big
get back
G,
your
good to see you.
question of the bear and man thing. I'd rather be in the woods with my man.
That's you know what? New Hampshire Mountain Girl, that's the correct answer right there. And that's why you have a man, and that's why there's so many ladies that are single and complaining about that BS. Oh man, New Hampshire Mountain Girl. Correct answer. I hope you and your man. That's the correct answer. Mama Bear knows. Mama Bear knows. Real women know. That's why a lot of guys are going overseas to find women right now, because there's not many of her type left. They're all on OnlyFans. You guys know there's more OnlyFans girls right now than there are teachers in the United States. There are. I'm going to say that again. There are more OnlyFans, and I know because me and my mom sometimes get our hustle on, but that's neither here nor there. But no, seriously, that's bad. That's bad, though.
Correct that statement.
No, but in all seriousness, there are literally more OnlyFans girls right now than
teachers. There is
than
that
teachers.
is a true statement.
And so we got to the point where barely anybody gets in
because
relationships.
Elon Musk sucked them all.
Well, at part.
He's trying to them.
They've had to find a new line of work.
There's 50 shades of perversion in one country.
I have a quick question for Grim. Was that Mrs. Reaper?
Is he on OnlyFans?
Is that Mrs. Reaper I hear in the background?
No, possibly.
Well,
there's only me and her
Mrs.
here,
Reaper.
so
I thought I could
hear
hear
that.
her.
Imagine there's a lot of sex shops in the major cities: California, Las Vegas, Florida, New York.
Hey! Wait a minute. You got to cut. You know, upstate New York is different from downstate New York.
I know, but I'm just saying, as New York as a state, there's a lot of sex shops there too.
Yeah,
I believe that that sex work should be legal. It's just like George Carlin says: selling is legal, and effing is legal. So why isn't selling fucking legal, right? You know what I'm saying? It should be completely legal as long it's
I heard that one of George Carlin.
Yeah, but then you see the government would be the pimp.
Yeah, the government, they already are. What are you talking about, Grim? They already are. They're so far into this freaking prostitution and shit. It's not funny. So don't
They're
say
the biggest one. But no, because you know me, I'm an anarchist, so I don't believe the government should regulate anything. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, but they would, wouldn't they? That would be just more of that from the government.
Not if we
That's what I'm saying.
it's all
The government,
Well,
the
look,
government
here's
would become the pimp.
Hey,
Yeah, the government would just be pimp. They'd be the pimp. That's right.
well, that's the thing. Is Mama Bear's exactly
Actually,
right.
saying that, bro. Saying that, like, you know, here in the UK, selling sex is actually legal. Buying it, though, on the other hand, I'm not too sure about. And
No, that's
obviously,
illegal.
it's all to do with like. I'm being serious, right? And it's the
That's
same
so
with
stupid,
like.
right? You can
It's
sell
to do
it,
with
but
the
you
setting.
can't buy it.
No, but like, so it's to do with the setting as well. So if you went out and picked up like a hooker on a street corner, that's illegal. However, if some girl's selling herself on some site and then like she's, you know, you're going to a private setting, I actually believe that was made legal a little while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you do. It is.
I believe
You,
that's
you have to prove your age, which means you've got to give over your credit
Grim knows
card
all about it.
details.
The only issue is tax.
The reason why.
But you
I
see,
believe that's
the
true
thing is,
because
I know why Fake Mike wants it legal. It's so he can try and make some money.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he
I
can sell
have.
it and receive it at the same time.
You can sell your body for sex, but you can't live off immoral earnings. So you couldn't
Exactly.
sell your wife or or some girlfriend or
Well,
something
No,
like
you
that.
can't take the wife out. I mean, but then how would you?
Careful.
How would you? How would you know? How are they going to differentiate the two? Because some guy
Well,
could
just
be
think
sending
about
his girlfriend out to do that, right? But
Well,
she, you know what I mean? That's how you gonna,
if the King of England can get away with having some BJ underneath his damn cloak, why can't everybody else?
That's right. That thing is, and it goes back to what Mama Bear Mellows was saying is the governments are the ultimate pimps. Right now, they traffic more people than anybody. The CIA.
Look how much times he fucked around on Diana.
Right? I mean, that's
The worst part about it is that when they pay for prostitutes, it's not them that's paying for it.
Let's answer. I'm going to answer the question about
Yeah. Pharaoh, I'd be able to help you out with that sometime. Drop us an email at newsdesk@grimreaper.
I mean, they can have the Royal Guards just witnessing them.
What was that?
Fucking taking the damage to a fucking prostitute.
Yeah,
you know.
I would suggest El Perro not even worry about OBS anymore. I would just use StreamYards. It's free and it's much better than OBS.
El Perro, if you jump into the Jitsi one day, I'll help you show you whatever it is you need to learn.
Hey, you guys see
link it so that I can pin it.
Or he can make or King Charles can make an order. I order you to the Royal Dungeon.
Yeah, bro.
Did you hear what the latest Starmer did? He got HIV testing.
What's that, Mama?
Keir Starmer announced on live TV that he got HIV testing. Why is he getting HIV testing?
It's still getting carried on.
Because
they want to save the high rich and powerful and fuck all the rest of us.
Mountain Girl, hang on, guys. Mountain Girl, got a message for you. You still there? You still there? No,
I'm
she's
here.
gone. All right, got a message for you in the back. Hang on.
We fucking win. Love you.
Fucking will love you.
You can't
too.
take your reply, but hopefully you heard that.
Heck yeah.
You guys watch the halftime show?
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah,
What?
it sucks.
I knew you guys were going to say that. So I knew everyone was going to say that. So let me tell you. Let me tell you real quick. Let me tell you real quick why not only did that not suck, but that was in fact the best halftime Super Bowl you guys have ever witnessed, and will be the best halftime Super Bowl of all time. Here's why. Kendrick Lamar.
My understanding, Taylor Swift got booed, but Trump got
that's a good thing.
applauded.
Because Kendrick Lamar you're on about.
Yeah, and so and if anybody doesn't know, Kendrick Lamar is not a sellout rapper. He doesn't make corny pop songs. He doesn't.
That's why I said it sucked.
Oh yeah, that's the thing is everyone. There's a lot of mixed feelings, but let me just tell you everybody why it was the best thing. First of all, Kendrick Lamar is a real MC. He's an anomaly. Ever since I started watching hip hop and listening to hip hop, every year it's gotten worse and worse and worse. But Kendrick Lamar is an anomaly. He's a poet. He's an intelligent, cerebral MC, and he's a lyricist. And he keeps it real. He never sold out. He never makes he never makes records about glorifying demeaning women or glorifying being a gangster or selling drugs. So he comes out. The first thing he talks about is, we're going to talking about the revolution. Samuel L. Jackson's like, being like the house guy from Django, like, don't talk about that. You don't want him to get him talk about that. And Kendrick Lamar goes in. And then Kendrick Lamar has everybody in the world, billions of people. There's millions of people watching. There's hundreds of thousands of people watching the game there. There's billions of people around the world watching the whole game. He's dropping knowledge on people, exposing America, and then he gets everybody, billions of people to say at the same time that Drake, the biggest sellout, the biggest pop star, the biggest demeanor of women, they all scream at the same time that he's a P word. Now tell me that's not epic. We have a real rapper talking about the revolution, and then they have Samuel Jackson say, calm it down. And then he gets billions of people to call the #1 fake sellout a P.
Maybe
and we have the evidence that he is a P. That is the best halftime Super Bowl of all time. Incredible.
See, what I was saying, I think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Inferno.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was going to say, to me, it sounds like it was a declaration of war. You know what I mean? It was probably something like that. It's like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know who he was, so.
Yeah, check out Kendrick. He's not like these new rappers. He's good, bro. He's real.
Yeah,
bro.
but he's still famous, right? And like, I mean, really, from what I hear, everybody
Yeah,
famous
he's still part of the
becomes
club.
famous.
Yeah, that's another
He's
thing
still
I
part
want
of
to
the
talk
elite
about.
club.
Just because you're
And-
famous doesn't mean anything. Right now,
Sure,
like
yeah.
I have more views on some of my videos than the Orlando Magic
Yeah.
basketball team does.
Yeah,
Being
not
honest,
that
Watch how
Yeah.
it damage him. Watch how much of it could damage him, man.
I'm done. Yeah.
well, what I'm saying is
I wasn't saying that he sucked. I mean, he did pretty good, but as far as what's the word I'm looking for, like all the other halftime shows with all the I don't know the
aesthetics
correct
and
word, but
production
all
value,
the
yeah,
pizzazz and everything.
yeah.
I think our expectations
He
were a
didn't
little bit
stand up to
higher.
what he used to
You know, each year it gets better and better with all of that. And I think I was just looking for a little bit more of that, maybe.
I
But
definitely
no,
feel you
Yeah,
on
that
that.
was kind of a
he
little
did
bit.
all right.
I
I don't
yeah,
really
I
know
feel
him
you.
either.
Even the
That's
national
why a lot of
anthem
people
was
don't
like,
understand.
seriously.
But yeah, this
Even
is
the way
one
where
thing.
they sang the national anthem was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, and this is one thing too. Like I don't believe that everybody that gets famous. Do I believe that most people that get? I have a personal belief. And I can't prove it because I'm not there. But most people that get famous, either one, they either know about what's going on, or two, they don't know what's going on and they're just playing along because they like to be famous and they're whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, but Kendrick Lamar, he's he is one of the people that now could he be controlled? Maybe, but I've never seen any evidence. And all of his albums
Like, well, I think
are
the-
saying something.
you know,
are
I
saying
just think the
something
only
real.
way he can be on that, the only way he can be on that stage, I think, is to have, given in to them. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's
I'll
the
tell
way
you what. So another thing you didn't notice because they didn't film it, they didn't show it on the halftime, but somebody else got onto that stage and he didn't have to sell his soul. It was a protester who ran up with a free Palestine flag on there, and he didn't have to sell his soul. A few years ago at the after Super Bowl press conference, they were interviewing the MVP winning running back for the Seahawks. And one of the guys went up there and he asked him a question. And he actually, instead of asking him a question, he jumps on the mic and he says, guys, look into 9/11, investigate 9/11, check out Building 7, da 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 da. Like, and then there are some people, right? Like, and then every football player out there didn't sell their soul, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, are there some football players that
I think everyone did. You know what I mean? That's why they're a football player. You know?
Yeah, but bro, like, look, like, okay, so you really believe that all of those 100 something football players and all the coaches sold their souls?
I really do, man.
I'll give you another example of why that's not one. Listen, do you watch football?
Yeah, I do. I do a little bit.
Okay, so one of the best coaches of all time, Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll, after they won the Super Bowl with the Seahawks, Pete Carroll, and this is in the news, he got to go to the White House and meet with like military people because they go to the White House to take a picture or whatever. And and all the reporters kept saying they were asking Pete Carroll wouldn't shut up asking him 9/11 truth questions, right? So there have been athletes that I know too, like, okay, like I've made 1 million views. I've interviewed Val Venus. He's a famous wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't sell his soul. He's out here speaking out against it. Are most people at the top doing that? Or are they just copying?
But like, wouldn't that be part of the, wouldn't that be part of the program? You know what I mean? To, if they think about all that shit, you know what I'm saying? If they think about all these things, these angles to make you think a certain thing, you know what I mean?
No, I don't. What do you mean?
It's like, it's like they thought about that shit already. It's like, okay, let's tell them this and we'll tell them that. Let's have like one guy that's saying that he's against it over here, and then we'll have our other guy over here saying he's for it. And you know what I mean? Just to cause all this bullshit.
No, that's a good point. And I definitely think that there's that is true in the truth movement and everywhere. That is a true thing, and I bet you that's true in Hollywood and sports too. It's what the CIA calls limited hangout. And so I think that's true, yes, but also like a lot of these people that we see are famous. Like I've met people and I've been around people that are famous, and they're really not any different than us. Now, then there's a whole different level, like the mega famous. But to those people, like, so there's been a lot of NBA and NFL players that have come out and said, yeah, that shit's rigged, it's scripted, whatever, but they're not it's not like you have to go out of your way to find these clips. It's not like the NBA's promoting that, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they're saying this and that. So I don't
you
believe...
can see it sometimes too, even it's like even on the field you can see it sometimes. It's like sometimes they'll miss a tackle. It's like, how in the world did you miss that tackle? There's no way. Come on.
And that's the thing, like, I think that I know that they have rigged games in every sport. It's on record. But do I think they rig every single game? No. But do I think that there are times where they'll rig a trade or rig a draft pick when it especially counts? Are they going to rig a baseball game between the Oakland Athletics and the Cleveland Indians 4 games into the season? No.
Certain times, right. It's like, maybe in playoffs, maybe at the very end there's a little certain thing that's kind of not, but even that I'm sure is probably, it's like before the year, I think they know who wins the World Series, you know what I mean?
Who do you think knows the world? Do you think the players know that?
Oh no, the baseball,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think my point is I don't think everybody's controlled. I think most things are, and I think a lot of people are controlled, and I think the people that aren't controlled basically just buy in and they're not going to question it anyways. But I do think that there are good people out there, and they're good people that get into sports, that get into entertainment, to other things, and they get in there and they see what's up. We've had whistleblowers from every place too, so I don't think that everybody.
But they have things to where they, you know what I mean? It's like, sure, you might have been human, when you first went in there, but then they turn you into something else by all these tactics.
And that's exactly why they use things like SA to traffic to get blackmailing people. And that's what I've been saying for years. That's what Mellows has been saying for years. We've been saying it for years and years and years. And that's why I always talk about the Jeffrey E thing, because that proves in film, in academia, at the highest levels, Harvard, MIT, in media, in government, in science, every single level, that Jeffrey was blackmailing people, and so that's why I'm laughing when people are like, "Oh, Trump's going to drain the swamp." I'm like, bro, Netanyahu and Jeffrey have all the tapes on this guy. What? No, he's not, bro. Like, get out of here. So yes, I agree with you.
Swamp, too.
I agree with you for the most part, but I do think that there are good people that can break through, and hopefully still have an impact. And I think Kendrick Lamar is one of those.
I think they've all just become complacent. You know what I mean? They've all been like, okay, well, I'm just going to ride this out because I'll be okay. I'll be okay as long as I kiss daddy's ass. You know what I mean? It's like, I think that's what happened to all those people.
You're right too. And imagine you just want to be a basketball player or an actress or something like that, and you work your whole life, your whole ass off trying to be that, and then you get there, and then you're like, oh damn, this is not. And that's
the only way I can be here is, that's probably what it is. It's like, man, it's like, well, I have made it this far, and in the playoffs, and that's probably how they get them. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like they probably draft them fresh, you know what I mean? And then you're all the way to that point, and then you're like, well, shit, I guess I got to do all this other shit too to be part of this. So, okay, well, whatever. I guess it's worth it, for millions and millions, you know what I mean?
I think that when it comes to sports, only some, if any, players know, and it's mostly on the refs when it comes to that. I think it's the refs that are running it and doing the things, because basketball players, I think they try and they do the things. Do I think some are in on it? Maybe, but I think it more has to do with the refs running it. I think it's really the refs, in my opinion, but I don't know.
Well, it's just everything. I mean, everything is being ran by one thing, kind of thing. You know, that's what I think it kind of is.
Yeah, I think it's the call from the upper deck.
What's up, Mongo?
Sorry, I just wanted to say so. I didn't want to overstep you, Sean. Sorry. I just got to get going. I get some music to upload and everything for later tonight. But
Cool,
I
okay.
just wanted to
Yeah.
say thank you, and I appreciate you guys letting me up on panel. Graham Bear, Mama Mellows, Inferno, Fake Mike,
Love
Sean,
you, girl.
love
See
you
you later.
all, and everybody in chat. Woo, fucking woo.
If I'm awake later, I'll join you. If not on the panel, certainly in the chat. But I know that Mrs. Reaper wants to say hi to you. She's not feeling too good at the moment, but hopefully she'll feel a bit better later. So thanks for coming up.
All right.
Really do appreciate
All right.
it. And when we close down, if you're still going, hopefully everyone will go over to Mountain Girl Northwoods Press and say howdy.
Thank you, Graham.
All right.
Love you guys. Woo, fucking woo.
All right, Mountain
See
Girl.
you later.
Woo fucking woo, Mountain Girl.
Woo fucking woo.
Peace, man.
Later, Mountain Girl.
Everyone go check out her and her man's channel. They're going to be uploading later. Give a like, share, and subscribe.
I'm subscribed to her.
Oh, by the way, folks, if you wanted to know what it's like driving after meeting up with Mellows, I have a little 5-minute thing going on at the moment on the repeat. So don't worry. This is just what it's like driving after spending just an hour or so with Mellows.
It is good. I have seen it. It is a good. Play it full screen, Graham.
Yep.
It is good.
Remember that, dude. Hang on.
Press the little thing down the bottom, the little character. Add. Top right, top left hand
there we
corner,
go.
the little man in the
There
corner.
we go. Found it. There you go.
You're getting rusty.
It's a while since I played with StreamYards.
No,
But,
it's not.
yeah, I mean,
you're just you're stoned.
You're so high, you're driving on the
Amazing
wrong
what you
side of the
think.
street.
No,
Oh,
drive
I
on the
thought-
correct side.
Did you get one of those new Tesla chargers? Was that what that is?
Well, that's just the car getting charged. It's driving. But it just got really weird. And I drove home like this, which is over 200 miles. And I'm going, where the fuck am I? And I hadn't had anything to smoke.
How cool. Had a double decker. That's pretty cool. yeah.
But the roads
See a lot
just
of those.
look like this. And this reminds me something out of Harry Potter.
I hope you had snacks for the ride home, bro.
Oh. Hopefully, I won't have this problem when I.
What was that? Like a little 7-Eleven on the side?
Oh, it's also, you can see all sorts in it. In this, this is just a short drive, but it did
Man,
drive me bonkers.
Whatever you and Mello smoking, I want some.
I wasn't smoking. I was passively smoking it.
Passively. You're like Bill Clinton. You did not inhale.
Aggressively.
No, it was passive smoking.
Yeah, aggressive.
I never smoked.
Passive aggressive smoking.
Can you imagine if I had been smoking, what it would have been like? Jeez.
That's funny, dude. That's funny.
You know,
Anyway, this area is near
stop
where
sticking it in
Mellows,
my face. Stop sticking your face in my spliff.
Now, like I was saying, it is his fault. He's playing. Here's the evidence.
Oh man!
I tell you, I'll never drive a countryside again. It is a little bit rural around where he is. This is the trouble, yeah. But this bit was taken from the spy cameras that were watching us. You know. God, that sky's dark, isn't it?
Jeez, that's what I always think England looks like.
Yeah, just cloudy all the time. Yeah, raining.
That's what it does look like.
No special effects are involved in making this. This is just how I remembered it.
And again, kids, don't do acid.
I never say to. This is the reason why I say never ever drive when you're under the influence of
That's
anything.
exactly right. You will be attacked by random lightning bolts.
Yeah. I've heard of self-charging, but that's ridiculous.
Thank you.
There you go. There's your warning, folks. Anyway, I'll let that play off in the background. There is some music to go with it. I was thinking of uploading it, but I have second thoughts. I might chop it down and have it going in the background.
You know what's super cool about Inferno, man, is he's super mellow, bro. And like you can have a conversation with him, and he's got a lot of different ideas on different topics. And he's in. I've seen him on other channels I didn't even expect to see him on in the comments, and I'm like, yo.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, you too.
You can have a really chill conversation with about him. And about a number of topics, and he never gets upset, even if I act all wild and crazy, which I don't. I don't with Inferno, because Inferno's my friend, but he's just super chill, and he knows a lot about a lot of different topics. Like
thank you, man. That's cool.
Like, who else knows about freaking auditing, wrestling, Tartaria, sports, like everything. You know what I'm saying? So
it is funny, yeah. It's pretty cool. Like, it's pretty cool when I saw you in Lucius.
And I realized for a while that like I spent like 20 years not like engaged in pop culture because I thought, I got to learn all this other stuff, and I did, and it was very valuable. But at the end of the day, like, if I don't know anything about sports or wrestling or something like that, like, then how am I going to jump into a conversation? You know what I'm saying, with people? So and then from there, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and plus I like that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like yeah, I guess that's what it is. I've had it.
Are you trying to pay someone a compliment there?
Yeah, that was my.
So
you know what's funny?
I guess I've had a lot of conversation.
You know what's really funny is like, my compliments, usually I'm actually really forward and direct with my compliments, but my compliments this time were just like my interviewing skills, not good. Like I'll just ask, I'll mean to ask one question. This is how I ask questions, in case you guys don't know, but I've gotten better over there. I'll basically gush all over the person I'm interviewing, and then I'll ask them a question. And then I'll go on like a little mini rant, and then ask like 4 more questions, and they'll be like, "Yo, what the hell are you talking about?" Like, so that's how I compliment too.
No, that's cool. No.
Thank you to my interpreter, Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper is my interpreter. All right.
I have that problem quite a bit when I start talking to Fake Mike. You know, it's like, let me try and interpret what you're saying. It doesn't come with subtitles either, so it does make it a bit difficult.
You need the Rosetta Stone and Ebonics to decipher what I talk about.
Yeah.
I'm getting better, guys.
Oh, and an understanding of sci-fi also.
Cool, man. You good, man. What was that, Graham?
If DC Comics ever came up with a new character, it would be Fake Mike Real News. Because his power would be the whisk.
If I could give myself one present, it would be to be written into like a Ninja Turtles Transformers crossover comic book. That would be like the coolest thing.
Jeez.
Hey, Fake Mike, did you put in for being press at the White House?
A couple people told me to do that, but I've literally been kicked out of Trump rallies before I've even gotten in. And plus, like, and I just can't. I don't live in DC right now, and if I just don't have the money to pick up and move to DC or the gas to continue to go to DC, so unfortunately, I did not.
Oh yeah.
But that would be cool. That would be cool for sure. It would be something I would like to do. I'd be like, okay, tell me. I'd be like, okay, cool. I'd be like, oh great. tell me what's going on with the Federal Reserve. When are you going to get Doge over at the Federal Reserve? When you realize that's unconstitutional? What do you guys do with the Bilderberg Group? How come you wish Ghislaine Maxwell the best, bro? I'll destroy that press conference. I'll be arrested. And
the thing is, though, he would walk in with a whisk just to stir the pot.
And this is
I would say wooden spoon, but.
And this is what's going to happen. It's already happened. Is like, so now they're going to let alternative media in, and it's just going to be the same, like Inferno's talking about. It's going to be the same. Now, these people are fakes, whether they know it or not. The new alternative media, they're just going to let in Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, and all these other losers. And then be like, oh, look, they're telling you the real truth now. And that's what they've been doing, because they've realized people are over TV, so we got to give them YouTubers now and new conservative influencers and call them truthers.
That's funny, yeah. Yeah, that was funny. That's,
you know, Candace Owens. Candace Owens says that there is one group that is the most oppressed minority in all of the United States. Can anybody guess what she thinks it is?
The rich.
Well, the latest I've actually heard like white males one time, but in today's society, a white male. Yeah.
It's even worse than that. She believes the most oppressed. Candace Owens said out of her own dumbass mouth, she said, the most oppressed minority in this country are cops.
Oh, cops. Okay, yeah.
Cops. She said they were cops. Oh, my God.
Oh, she's been watching too much YouTube then, hasn't she?
The most oppressed. It's like, I thought that Candace Owens was kind of... Like, yeah, some of the things I've seen with her, I thought she was kind of cool. But, like I say,
and that's what they do. They'll say a couple cool things. And they'll say a couple things that make sense, but but when you look at it, everything.
She must have meant depressed.
What's that?
Oh man, I mean, like,
what's mixed up?
Where else can you get a job and just terrorize and like? Where else can you get a job and feed somebody a shit sandwich and then go get another job at another police department right down the road? I mean,
I know. It's amazing. Yeah.
They're so oppressed.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I just point out now you've got two eyes looking at you.
Oh yeah, there we go.
No, you got 6 eyes. You got 6 eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The thing is,
5,
folks,
6.
just remember, just remember that vigilante.media is always got their eye on you.
Yeah. It's like, we got 4 over there and 2 over here.
Do you know what? We'll have to sort out a pair of glasses between us so we can sort it out.
I'm watching and I'm
You're watching this quadruple.
Disappointed. Disappointment is the word in everyone.
James says a lot of eyes. You never know who's watching. Just remember.
The eyes have it.
No, actually, that was the before that Inferno's got, and then the huge improvement is the one I've got.
You had a glow up.
I have a cataract removed, allegedly. I just thought I'd interject a little bit because we're starting to get a little bit serious. Yeah,
serious. Relax.
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that, because if I start thinking about certain things, I'll go into overdrive.
I have to run away. Yeah, I know what you mean, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to see Mike go in overdrive.
No.
You really don't. Save that for your own panel guests.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Mellows is the biggest troll. I'm beginning to realize that Mellows is my friend. He's somebody that secretly hates me and just trolls me all the time, right? Because me and Mellows would be in Jitsi, we'll be playing music for each other, and I'd be like, "Yo, what do you think about this song?" He'd be like, "That's pretty good, pretty good. Every single one is pretty good." I always say, "Give me a number 1 to 10." He always says pretty good, and then he's gonna turn around and play a song for me and think I'm gonna say anything other than pretty good. Then he never mutes up when he's coughing, and then he knows that I hate watching police and injustice videos, especially late at night, because I'm trying to calm down. He'd be like, and then
Yeah, you're
it'll be
trying to
like
relax.
it'll be
And
like
you
2
think-
a.m.
Hang on, whoa. Can I just let you into a little secret, right? He's like that when he's on his own, right? He will sit and watch one of these cop movies, right? Stroke YouTube thing, and he'll be shouting at the screen.
Motherfucker, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Me too, bro.
And
Me
it's
too.
just like that. It doesn't have an off button. But I will say one thing, Mike. You've just proved something, right? That paranoia really does help because he is out to get you.
Yeah. Because it is out to get you. Right?
Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean people aren't out to get you. That's the truth.
Well, it always helps if you are. If you accept it, then go with the flow.
Well, we know
I
people
know.
are out to get us. You said nobody knows who's listening right now. Yes, we do. The FBI, the CIA, the NSA, they're all listening. We got bots and trolls. I mean, we know.
But it's the aliens, man. It's the
Probably
aliens.
yeah,
that are
it's not them.
listening in.
It's the
Just
alien.
tapped in, yeah. You're tapped in.
I don't care about them. It's the aliens. It's the attack that's coming in.
Man, I know. I've been storing up cyber tokens to exchange with them when they come down from the sky.
You'll be the one that goes and says welcome and then gets killed.
It depends. It depends.
Hello, Ariel.
Ariel.
Ariel, what's up?
This is why I love Mellow. Be yellow.
Ariel, that makes one of us. No, seriously, I'll be trying to sleep, and he knows I can't get worked up. It'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning. I gotta work, and he'll be like, "Man, I got a video for you." I'll be like, "All right," and then he'll throw on some cop beating up an innocent baby seal with a club to death. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to calm down right now.
James, you can never be over paranoid.
Just don't be over. Yeah.
The more paranoid you are, the easier it is to accept. They are going to get you.
You should accept it, right?
You ain't getting me.
In one way, then eventually, somehow or another.
All bow down to YouTube and their powers.
Mm.
And everywhere else. Of course, YouTube is number one as he puts his middle finger
YouTube's the
in.
best. I love YouTube. I'm dead serious too. Like literally, YouTube is one of the greatest single inventions in the history of mankind. Literally, like it allowed us to transmit information and ideas to another that never happened and caused the global awakening. Yeah, it's been hijacked, but it's still like, still literally you can learn. I'm like the least mechanically inclined person. I can't fix crap around the house or cars, nothing. But I changed my car's power steering from a YouTube video. I learned to tie a tie on a YouTube video. I learned different parts of other languages from a YouTube video. I can see all my favorite stand-up comedians. I can share information with people all over the world. Man, YouTube is the best, man. I love me some YouTube.
Nightbot, just a word to the wise. Don't have a go at Ariel because he's got fairy on his side. Or a fairy.
It's the battlefield, the final battlefield.
What, Ariel and the fairy?
That's the final one. It's like Megatron and Optimus Prime.
I really can't wait till the season finale. Mellow's in one side, taking on the rest of the world. And then he realizes he's down to his last bit of blunt.
The following contest is scheduled for one blunt. Making his way out from... Wait, Mellows, where will you hail from? Are you going to hail from Cyprus? Asgard? Okay.
Asgard. Yeah, Asgard. Just on the left-hand side of Thor.
How tall are you, Mellows?
I'm 8'5".
All right. I'm gonna go physical before I book that match.
Just accept one thing. Mellows always tells the truth, and that's a lie.
Even when I lie. I always tell the truth. Even when I lie.
Even when I lie, yeah.
You sound like a politician.
You'd have to go through Mellow's house because he's got blunts in every freaking room of his house.
I do.
Oh, hey, whoa. Here's a little snippet. He'll put one down. He'll go and roll another one. He'll light it up. And then he'll walk into the other room. You'll find the one that he's already had. Or you'll find one that he rolled the day before.
You're so disorganized, Mellows. I keep all my blunts and weed in one place.
Here you go. Definitely, absolutely.
I can't afford to be as complacent as you guys.
He is Bigfoot. He's Bigfoot London. Good
The
old
world
London town.
literally hinges on me smoking that spliff. You don't understand.
That's true.
And that's why we've got to make sure that he always has enough to carry on.
I know. I wish we could take donations and weed, but instead, what's your PayPal, Mellows?
Please donate to the ME fund.
To the medical emergency fund.
Oh, is that what you called it? Okay.
Call it whatever you want to call it.
I'll tell you what, Mellows, if you ever went over, listen, you've got to go over to Massachusetts.
Whatever, just
sometime.
give me.
Just give it.
It'd make a good order to go. It'd make a good order to going around watching people roll and then teach them how to do it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a smoking auditor, I go around and audit everybody who smokes. Hey, what are you doing there? You don't. No,
Yeah,
don't
I've
do
met,
that.
I've met the smoking auditor. Or come across them anyway. But
You can go and be like, yo, what are the 5 joints of the First Amendment?
What are the 5 constitutional parts of the...
hang on a second. Hang on.
How
The joint
seriously
of
do you
the,
take your oath to get high? I'm trying to
it's
find
now
out.
the joint of rights. It's not the Bill of Rights.
I take it very seriously. I inhale it and I take it all the way down and hold it there.
Actually, can I offer an amendment to that joint, please? You can now use a vape. Modern day, no longer rolling. All you're doing is inhaling. Oops, done that. Won the t-shirt, not doing it again. Next time I go down, I'm going to have to participate. It's his fault.
Pause.
Isn't it, Mellows? It's your fault.
Nothing
Just
to
say
do
yes,
with
it's fine. You are allowed to speak. You are allowed to give your own opinion. Just say yes.
Nothing to do with me. I'm
Earlier on, we
not
were
good.
working out how I could charge
I have
the
no.
car.
What was it? What were they saying yesterday, Margaret? I have no position.
Yes. I have no position in that.
Yes, James, he did. I have the evidence to prove it, and I've demonstrated it. I
Positions are
brought
usually
it to the court.
69. And in this case,
I have no position in it.
yeah, not even a 69er.
Whoa.
The Curtis Island needed to be rewritten. Well, do you know what? It's been great listening to you and having a laugh. It is Monday, I think. Yeah, it must be. There's a Y in the day. I've enjoyed myself for a change. It's been quite hysterical. I think we've covered every possible subject.
I think we've actually changed the world, and we can all retire now. I think we've just.
Oh God, no! There's got to be another blunt there somewhere. We've got to fight for that last blunt.
Yeah, it's 420, right?
Hey, the best.
Hey, good to see you, my friend.
Hey,
Long
what's
time
up,
no
man?
see. Do you know what? It's great doing these lives because I actually make contact with people I've not spoken to for a while. They drop in for a couple of minutes at least. They drop in. I'm gonna have to start doing these again, aren't I?
Yeah, bro. The streets are calling for it, man.
I am planning on going out and doing some filming, but I've hit upon an idea, right? I'm thinking of going out and doing some filming in South Wales, looking for Welsh number plates. I'm turning round to people and saying to them, "Hello, Mrs. Reaper." No, not that. Going round.
The real boss has arrived.
Going round and saying to people with the ask, I'll say, "Have you not heard about the new law that's coming? You've got to have your number plate in Welsh."
Oh boy.
Now that would be funny.
Hello,
Mrs. Reaper.
Hello, Mama Bear. Hello, Mellows. Hi, Fake Mike.
Hey, Mrs. Reaper, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, Fake Mike. I'm good. The real boss has just
Unfortunately, Mike has
arrived.
met Mrs. Reaper. I mean, fortunately.
Yeah, did you hear what she said? The real boss.
Looking good.
No, I
Listen.
actually after she left, I wrote her a note and offered my extreme condolences for having to give her life to stay committed to you. So she's doing a great job for humanity, and we can all thank her for her volunteer work.
I had a committed
Thank you,
years
Fake
ago.
Mike.
No,
And
both these
none
guys
of
are
them-
awesome. But I
none of
will give
them-
you guys both the criticism. When you guys came, I was trying to tell you, these guys were like, "Oh, we'll try this beer." I was like, "No, that's not American. That's fake American. Try this American beer." They're like, "No, we know America more than you do." And then they they shoved an apple pie in my face and lit it with a firecracker, a firework, a freedom fry.
Oh,
Ladies
we
and
did have an
gentlemen,
American burger.
Can I just say that the reason why we went out for a beer and we were going to drink something which was American. The problem is I don't like drinking Nat's piss.
That's true.
I think I was on Budweiser.
Fair point.
Yeah, but that's
I
more
was on the
British than it. Hang on a second. Budweiser.
Yeah, I know, but it's because I know what it tastes like. I just
So,
know
yeah,
what
Budweiser sucks.
it tastes like.
Oh,
Yes,
come on.
Budweiser sucks to me.
I'm from the Jenny beer country. They drink Jenny around here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, Janice or
Jenny?
Jenny, what does Jenny taste like?
They have different types.
Does she taste differently to Bertie?
What does Jenny taste like?
Whoa, hey, Mr. Reaper.
Not
Mr.
sure.
Reaper, you hear that?
That went straight over a few people's heads there.
Grim,
Looking at 747 and they're going,
her own office, but I'll tell you, I bet you she could find something to throw it at you.
Don't worry, I'll get him later.
It's over.
What's your poison?
The poison? Oh, yeah, just weed, really. Really a vape thing, but even that, I'm kind of getting close to.
What about? Do you drink?
No, I can't. Health reasons. So yeah, I really can't drink much. I can a little bit, but yeah, it just makes me feel like shit the next day.
Okay.
So you're not bitter like Ariel. He's bitter.
Jenny's
He
bitter.
likes drinking bitter,
yeah.
but unless you come over to the UK, mate, you've never tasted any bitter.
That was a double joke.
Oh, it must be my nephew took the Corona beer out of the refrigerator. It's been in there for 4 years.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's skunky.
Listen,
Yeah,
it was funny
hold it for
actually.
another year.
A
There
few
might be
years ago,
Don't tell Fauci that.
there was people going into supermarkets who were buying Carling, Foster's, and guess what they were leaving behind? Corona.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
which one?
actually a real thing.
And regardless of how cheap it was to buy, they still wouldn't take a bottle out.
Isn't that so dumb? That just goes to show how dumb people are. Literally across the world, Corona beers suffered heavily during that because, bro, that's not the same.
Oh, because of the name.
Literally,
stupid.
that's how stupid people are. That's how stupid people are.
Yeah.
I guess
Many
so,
I
right?
never
years
drank Corona in
ago,
the first
Fake
place 'cause
Mike.
it sucks. What? I'm just kidding.
Fake Mike, many years ago, I used to live in a place called Peterborough in Cambridgeshire. And I used to there's an American air base there, and I used to get Lucky Strike cigarettes and American beer.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that doesn't get any more.
Yeah.
I listen to old they don't even sell Lucky Strike anymore. That's OG, yo. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
they
a
do.
classic.
Yeah,
What's
they do actually, man. They do actually at Walgreens. If you go to a Walgreens, you can still find
Really?
Lucky Strike. Yeah.
Walgreens
Bro,
don't
We
sell
sold
cigarettes
here.
no more. Walgreens don't sell cigarettes no more.
Well,
Ours
It depends on your state. It depends on the
Ours
state you're
does,
in.
yeah. Yeah, it's
The
Texas.
first,
yeah.
the first real American cigs that I used to smoke was Winston's.
Damn. Remember
You
the
can't get them now, but they were actually they had flavor, whereas I found it Marlboro were flavorless.
Yeah.
Well, Marlboro Red
opposite.
used to be really strong.
No, I just
used to
when I
smoke
found
Marlboro
them, I
Red.
found them. I actually thought that weeds, as in weeds that grow out in the ground, smoke better than them. To be honest,
Oh,
Yeah.
than Marlboro.
Like
Didn't like them. Didn't
Lucky
like the
Strike was strong.
The world's worst cigarette is Winston Moore Red 20s.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we get Winston over here. They're awful. And Sovereign and another one. But they burn
More.
so quickly and they taste horrible. Not more.
Oh.
Sovereign.
guys.
Sovereign and
Oh,
Winston. Winston Blue.
Yeah, we had there's a couple. I think of American players, and we had players number 6 was seen as being the expensive brand, the decent brand. But if you couldn't afford it, there was always players number 10, which was always made from the the bits that fell onto the ground
The
and got
dregs.
swept up. It was
The
that.
dregs.
Yeah.
And Marlboro is the best known cigarette of all consumer products.
Yeah,
I like Marlboro. I like
It is.
Marlboro Red.
The cowboys used to smoke it.
Like I like that Camel better than Marlboro myself.
Camel are nice. Camel are really
Yeah.
strong. I like Camel.
Yeah, there's some.
I've
It's
had
like,
Camel.
and the ones I've liked. They have these ones called Turkish Blend. I think, and those are pretty decent. But like I say, I
Yeah,
haven't.
Turkish.
I mean, anymore. I don't really smoke too much anymore. I mean, sometimes when I have some beer or some alcohol, but like I say, pretty much I've quit smoking.
Yeah, why is
And-
that, Inferno? Like, some people won't, they call it getting crossfaded, but me, it's like when I'm smoking, when I'm drinking, I want to smoke more. Why the hell is that, bro? I want to smoke more.
Yeah.
Do you know what
that
the worst
flavor
thing
just
they did
goes.
was ban cigarette smoking in pubs or
What's that, Grim?
bars.
Well, wait a minute.
When
Wait a
they-
minute. We've studied everything else in the U.S. from putting marbles up cats' asses. Have we ever studied?
Well, transgender mice.
Have we ever studied drinking and smoking together?
I don't know, but
I never
I just
knew
wanna-
that we had transgender mice, but apparently
Oh.
you guys
I just
spent
wanna-
millions of pounds creating them.
Hang on. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get back to what I was saying.
Thanks.
When they banned cigarette smoking in pubs, it killed the industry. Now I
Oh,
don't
I
know
see.
whether it's the same in the States, whether they banned it in the States. I can't
Probably.
remember what
Yeah,
it was
probably.
at,
You know.
but
Yeah.
it killed the
A
industry.
lot of our pubs closed down.
Yeah.
I said it's a restaurant pub.
it's
Yeah,
I
even
don't
worse
mind they're not smoking in pubs.
It's even worse over here because if you go to a bar in Florida and you have to smoke outside, great. It's sunny, 75 degrees, and there's palm trees. But if you're in a bar, like right now, it's like 15 degrees, and I'm in Rhode Island. Imagine you're in North Dakota.
yeah.
Imagine you're in
Like
Chicago.
in
You're in Maine.
Boston,
You
yeah.
have to go out to 2
Yeah.
degrees. You're like, "Ah." But more importantly, Mama Bear, how do I get a job shoving cigarettes off cats' butts? I just want to know because that
Just
sounds
apply for a grant.
Marbles.
like what I
Marbles.
was made to do.
Marbles.
Apply
They gotta
for a
be
grant.
marbles.
Just apply for a grant.
Sounds good.
I
all
want
you
to
need
come
do
back
is
to
say the-
America.
You have to.
It's
You have
all-
to work with the government.
No. All you have to do is to turn around and say you're a technician, and you can actually get 3 or 4 in at the same time. And all you're interested in is how long it takes them to smoke it.
I was thinking about throwing on
No,
a lab
don't tell
coat.
them 3 or 4. Tell them 10. At least you could put at least 10 marbles up a cat's ass. right?
Apply for
How do you know, Mellows?
apply for
If I'm drunk
Hang on,
enough.
hang on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, can I just say, just a little bit of YouTube warning here. We do not promote animal cruelty in any way, shape, or form. You can only do that, Mellows, if the cat agrees. And
No, unless you work
word.
for the government, and then it's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And at the same time, Grim, I appreciate that warning, and we're also not here to kink shame anybody. So if that's what you're into, give me a
I
call.
wasn't kink shaming. I was not
If you
shaming
are
Mellows at
into
all.
sticking marbles up in cats' asses, right? Then there's something wrong, right? There's something seriously wrong.
Feeding them
Stop paying the
laxatives.
cats, right?
And
Let's
feeding
just think
them
about cats for a minute.
Well, hang on a second. Let's
Could I be
turn
the
the
cat?
tables and let's say that you got a grant from the government for dogs. How many marbles can you get in a dog?
Mellows tried. So what's the answer again?
I forgot what he said to me. I was a little bit stoned through passive smoking.
Through passive aggressive smoking. That's right.
You can get a grant. You can get a grant to run a turtle on a treadmill study.
That's
Allegedly.
Dollars. That
I
is
know.
true.
I'm hoping, Fake Mate, next time we come to America, because I do plan on coming again, to come over to New York and meet up with you again, because I really enjoyed meeting up with
You
you.
mean
It
Massachusetts?
was such a pleasure.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
be.
go to Massachusetts.
Yeah, hopefully I'll have more free time. I was working 2 jobs when you guys came over, but hopefully I have more free time. Go with you guys to New York. Hopefully I'll be in damn Florida by that time. But yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I was thinking of going into the mountain ranges.
Yeah, no, I'm skinny, man. I like the even when I add weight to myself, I hate the cold weather. I love the sun. I love being able to go.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll say now. I'm not going to go to Florida, right? And the reason is it's too warm, even in the winter for me.
There are sometimes actually Florida gets down into the 40s at night, sometimes even the 30s. Miami, they had upper North Florida got snow this year in the Panhandle. But yeah, I mean it can. But yeah, I'm trying to get my patootie down to Florida one way or another ASAP, man. I don't want to.
Hey, listen, you want to go to Sunshine State? You know what? That's fine. That's not a problem. All the houses have sunshines up there. But no, that's fine. Not a problem, mate. You enjoy. That's what I love about America, is that you have freedom
And
to
the
go
cool
where
thing
the government says you're allowed to go. I think it's great.
And yeah, it is. And like when you guys come, I could take a quick flight or even a drive up. That's less than
you ask
24
permission?
hours. What?
Did you ask for permission?
For what?
To go to Florida.
The hell no.
Well, you need permission before you can go.
Well, I did go to Florida one time during the events of 2020, and I got it on film. It's up on my YouTube channel, or Demand the Truth, either my channel or Demand the Truth, I forget, where they have on 95 South going into Florida. They had this checkpoint. There was a few different checkpoints I went through, but going into the state, they divert you off of the highway onto this what do they call those?
Slip road.
Rest stops, and they're not police officers, they're not medical people. Even it'd be worse if they were. They're just 2 jerks with a freaking high vis jackets, and they're like, "Oh, do you feel like this? Do you feel like that?" I'm like, bro. So yeah, even Florida though, I got arrested in Florida during the pandemic for being outside, and they had curfews out in Florida too. People will say, "Oh, Florida was so." No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Florida. That's the thing. They can lock you down no matter where you go. But hopefully,
the problem I have is that the government are telling you what you can and what you can't do, which in America is actually unconstitutional.
Exactly.
It's diabolical. It's ridiculous, and it's
antithetical
to the notion of freedom, right? I mean, you've got a
The land of the brave and the land of the free.
And that's a great point, because that shows why, like, the whole build a wall and keep so-called illegal immigrants out is so dumb, because people travel all the time from New Jersey to Memphis, from Utah to Colorado, and back and forth. There's no borders there. That doesn't increase the amount of people that get unalived. It's just the same thing. Like, nobody gets mad if you live in Nebraska and some jerk from Kansas comes to move there. But so why are you getting mad if somebody comes from Mexico? It's the same shit.
The thing is, this is the problem. I was talking about it the other day. You have two levels of legislation, if you like. You've got federal, then you've got state. So a state can impose local laws or state laws. However, if they're against federal, then which one wins? Federal. Because
technically, according
to the law of the land.
Well, technically, it's local, right? And even on the FBI, I had a cop argue in Kansas City this to me. She said, "No, the FBI is above us. The CIA is above us." And I pull out on the FBI's own website. The FBI's own website says, "No, the Federal Bureau of Investigation is not above, and they have to be called in and allowed to come in." That's why on all the old movies, and Inferno will know what I'm talking about here, because he watches, and Mama Bear will know what I'm talking about. All the movies and TV shows from back in the day, they would have the Fed. This is like up until the 80s. They would have like the feds come in, and there'll be some sheriff with a cowboy. "Hey, I'm sorry, boys. This is my territory. This is my investigation." They don't. And now they changed that. Now we're feds. We're the feds. We're taking over. That's unconstitutional.
Homeland Defense, right?
Yeah, in Homeland Security.
Yeah.
And that's what they pull. Department of Homeland Security. But the thing is, what I'm saying is, all right, let's just take a state where it's legal to buy and legal to smoke weed. In that same state, you could have a federal park. It's illegal for you to smoke in there. It's illegal for you to carry them in there. Why? Because it's federal. Because from a legal perspective, doesn't matter what a state says. The law of the land made by federal says you cannot smoke marijuana. You can't have it.
Well, the thing is,
this is where I say there is a problem between federal.
Oh, there is definitely a problem.
Oh yeah, sure.
There's definitely a problem, and the thing is,
problems.
And the big problem is, one, it's not unconstitutional to smoke or sell weed, because they never did smoke. Or you can smell weed all you want. You can sell it too.
You said it.
I did.
You nearly said it. You changed it.
I did. I definitely did say that. It's not illegal, because first of all, for an obvious fact, the government has no actual authority. All of its authority is completely illegal, and it's based on force and coercion. So anything that they say and any government does is automatically null and void, because they're using terroristic acts that are non-consensual and inherently violent.
Agreed.
But that's the problem, and you're absolutely right, Grim. Is because the state's laws say, hey, you can smoke and grow weed and sell weed, and then the feds come in and be like, oh well, no, you can't. Meanwhile, back in when we banned alcohol and prohibition, they had to get a constitutional amendment to do that. With the war on drugs, they never did that. They never got a constitutional amendment to say drug. They just took a hit.
Here's the thing: that in order for them to remove the right of abortion, right, they had to get the Supreme Court to overturn what they'd already said in the past, right? And then what the federal government said, it's down to the states, the individual states, to make a decision. Well,
and this is another problem too.
If you're saying that with that law, why aren't you saying it with all laws?
Exactly. And not only that, is you bring up a great and amazing and interesting point, which nobody really thinks about too much. But there's a very famous case. It's one of the most famous cases, although a lot of Americans haven't heard about it. It's called Marbury versus Madison from 1803. And getting aside from that case and getting into the specifics of it, But what happened in Marbury versus Madison in 1803 is the Supreme Court usurped the Constitution and took powers illegally. So what just like Grimm said, well, the Supreme Court ruled. The Supreme Court ruled this is unconstitutional or this is constitutional or whatever. Well, there's nothing in the Constitution whatsoever that grants this authority to the Supreme Court to deem what is and what is not constitutional. During Marbury versus Madison, the case in 1803, they literally took that power upon themselves illegally. And ever since, now people just be like, oh, it's whatever the Supreme Court says. Well, they don't have the power to do that. But that's another problem too, is people still, well, I'm going to bring this all the way up to Supreme Court. Well, great. But they literally don't have any authority under the Constitution. They stole that power. So if you think people that steal power and are racist and do illegal things all the time are going to care about your case, well, you're sorely mistaken, my friend.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Bro, and that's one of the funniest things is like in England, and when they still have people wearing the damn rollers on their heads with the wigs, bro. That is the funniest.
Oh, it is funny. Me
so
too. It's like, what is that? Yeah,
it's so absurd,
like-
bro. Matter of fact, I was watching because I'm a big Transformers and Ninja Turtles fan. Those are the two shows I grew up with. Those are the ones that I love the most.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I grew up in the 80s and the 90s too, but like I never I thought that the 90s Transformers were whack, Beast Wars, but I started watching them and it's actually pretty decent, yo. It's actually pretty good. But there's one scene where freaking Megatron, like one of his side lieutenants doesn't agree with him. And Megatron's sitting there in his spaceship and he's got this huge big Megatron head and he's got the damn wig rollers over it, and it's just like boom, sentence to death. It's hilarious. Yeah, man. Crazy that they still have. I mean, I always say this, but in the United States, at least they go out of their way to like say, oh, well, you know, we got the Senate and the Congress and we pretend like it's all real and you can vote for your master. But in the UK, they literally still have a queen, and well, they're not a queen anymore. In your face, loser. But they still have a king, and they have what's called the House of Lords and the House of common losers like me. Like the House of Lords. It's not called the common losers. It's just called it's what House of Commons, I guess it's called. But can you imagine in 2025, there's still like what 7, 8, 13 different countries that have a king or a queen? And like, at least over here, they lie to us. At least lie to me. If you're going to go out as my girlfriend and cheat all night, don't come back and be like, oh, I was doing this and I was doing that. And then this guy was like, give me some decency here. Let me save face, right? These guys are wearing wigs. We're in the House of the Lords. Bro, get out of here. That is so
Let me
cringe,
just
bro.
say, if your girlfriend cheats, just get red. Don't go out and don't cheat. If you're going to go out,
Yeah, no, don't.
be faithful.
I totally agree. I would never get in a relationship with a girl if I questioned her authenticity. And yeah, I agree. Definitely don't cheat there. I was just using a bizarre example, right? It's just so weird
No,
that
you're
like
right. It happens a lot. It happens too fucking much.
It
People
does.
are just not faithful these days.
Miss Reaper, we were talking about that earlier, and I'm glad you brought that up because literally what's happened, and kudos to you because you got a real man who's a real dude who does what he says is going to do, who's out in the real world doing things. And I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but I'll just say this behind the scenes. Grim Reaper is a very generous dude. He's helped out a lot of people, man. He's a genuine, loving, amazing, strong, humble man. But what happens now is this generation of men is ultra feminine, and we don't care about anything except for video games and sports and online porn. And then girls are ultra masculine, and they're all OnlyFans girls, and so nobody's having relationships. Nobody's having relationships. It's really bad. And so it's at the point where it's like I don't necessarily even need a relationship, right? Because I'm a very individualistic person. I like doing things on my time, but I've been in relationships too, and there are benefits of relationships. Even the toughest, strongest, most masculine guy likes to get his head rubbed and his beard so he can relax. You know what I'm saying? And just chill and have someone cook a nice warm meal for them and have just someone to cuddle with every once in a while. That's nice. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like, nowadays, like, have you seen all the stuff where it's like a girl will like it's just crazy, man. We're living in a really, really sad world. And again, this is because of the government. This is not just because of ordinary people. It's because of the government and what they're doing, and especially the Federal Reserve. Before, and even my father's age, my grandfather's age, and everything before that, my grandfather, he could have a regular ass job and support a family, and not and the woman wouldn't have to work. But the Federal Reserve keeps them. We're talking about inflation now. They've done this every year. They've taken away the man's ability to protect and provide, and then because of that, then the woman has to go out and be a man, and now the woman has to be aggressive, and so we've feminized men and masculinized women, and it's not a recipe for dating success for sure, man.
Also, too, see the difference, the difference between today and back then as well is that, the reason why a man was able to have that, factory job and support a family of two and, have a, house is because in those days, they were trying to build families, and they cared about the family. And because they were trying to get, workers, you know what I mean? And so that's what it was. That's when the baby boom hit. And then the baby boom hits and then bam, you know what I mean? That's what it was for. So now it's like they have all their workers, so they don't give a shit about the families anymore. so that's why all these policies and things have changed,
That's a great point, Inferno. That it's true because they wanted us to have. I never even really thought about it like that. Ever since probably like the second industrial revolution going on until the 1950s, 60s, they probably wanted workers in factories and to encourage families, and then you'd work, and then you get your little 10-year-old boy to go in the coal mines. Holy smokes, bro! This and that's wow, Inferno.
Isn't that weird?
Good point, because that just goes to show how they manipulate society, man, and how none of this is authentic. And that's why, like, when I see something that's authentic and dope, like Bear Britton audits reaching 100,000 subscribers, or Kendrick Lamar rocks the Super Bowl halftime show and he's talking about the revolution and America's fake and exposing the P words, I'm like, yo, we got to celebrate that. We got to celebrate our victories, man. Because, there's a lot of bad things. There's a lot of bad things going on, but we have amazing people like Mama Bear, like Mellows, like Inferno, like Grim and Mrs. Reaper. I mean, that's a cool. You guys keep me sane, really, because and again, it's thanks to the internet too. Is because like where I am right now, I can't go walking out somewhere and just be like, oh yeah, what do you think about the historicity of Jesus? And how do you feel about the incoming? How do you feel about Donald Trump being a P word? And you can't have these conversations with people. So the internet is definitely a blessing. And man, they've been this is a war, man. They've been doing a number on us. Like Inferno said, they've been messing up our family. They've been messing up our food. They've been messing up our water. They've been messing up our currency. They've been taking our children from us. They've been spying on us. Like literally everything. Literally everything.
Coming from every angle. You know what I mean? Coming from every fucking angle. It's like, it just seems like to me, it's like they're on a mission to probably, eradicate,
And they've done a very good job so far. They've done an amazing job. They've actually out unalived religion, which I didn't think was possible, but they've done it. They've done it. And it's every angle possible. Hollywood. And then when you found out that Jeffrey E. had his own private, not only was he influencing people at MIT and Harvard, two of the greatest schools in the history of ever, which every other school will get information from those people. He not only was he there influencing these people, but he had his own private offices there. And one of the guy from MIT, I forget the loser's name, he was like, when he was asked about that money he took from Jeffrey, he was like, yeah, I'd do it again. I'd do it again. Because science. Oh yeah, okay, cool, buddy. I wonder what kind of science you're cooking up over there. And I understand why it's easy to think that, Anarchy Television Remember, not one politician or bureaucrat wants to eliminate the federal. This is what I've been saying with Doge the whole time. Doge is like, oh, let's go after the left stuff with U.S. aid. But Doge isn't going against the Federal Reserve. They're not going against the NSA. They're not going out against the CIA. They're not saying, hey, maybe we're paying too much in military industrial complex. Or no, they cut a little bit of extra money so they could give it to AI in Israel. Exactly. Civil asset forfeiture.
Yesterday we were playing a long-ass video just about that, the Doge and how the overexpenditure and how he wants to shut down. So he's temporarily seized and shut down CIA, Federal Reserve.
No, he has not. No, he has not. No, he has not. No, he has not. This is the dumb things they want us to believe, that the CIA suddenly...
What he's doing, he's basically downsizing the CIA and basically a lot of them he's getting involved in some he's basically going to buy them out of their employment contracts.
That's
me, like he's going to spend a lot of money, and then these people armed with all the secrets are going to go and do what with all that money that he's just given them.
Well, Luke already said he saves. This is one thing that we already know for a fact, and big shout out to Anarchy Television. We already know for a fact that Doge saves some money on U.S. aid. While they were doing that, Trump pledged, was it $500 billion for the AI Stargate stuff, and then also gave extra money on top of the at least $7 billion we're giving to Israel. So it's like we're saying, and then he hired, and then we got more police, more border patrol agents, more ICE, more military industrial complex. It's like, oh, we're going to take some money from leftist stuff and put it into right-wing stuff and spend even more and tell you we're saving money and tell you we shut down the CIA.
Okay, we watched that on the AI with Trump, and none of that money is coming from the U.S. taxpayers.
That's true. It's coming from, well, let's see.
Private donors.
That's right. It is private donors.
Can I just say that I watched an interesting video?
£1 trillion
Good point. Thanks for calling me out, Mama Bear. You are absolutely right about that. Thanks for calling me out.
Can I just say that I saw an interesting video where congressmen and women were barred from entering a government facility, i.e. a public lobby, which was for the education side of things.
I think
there was cameras outside. Right.
You know, the irony is, Grim. I think Will and has already audited this building and probably got chucked out of this very same building.
Yeah. But it was funny because I pointed out that it's like an audit.
Bro, I got kicked out.
Cameras were barred.
Bro, I got kicked out of a civil rights building that was a Department of Civil Rights in Buffalo, New York. Yeah, and so that's the point, right? Me, Mellows, and Mama Bear the other night, we were watching. I forget the jerk's name. He was some Republican congressman over here talking about how good Elon Musk was, and how he's doing. I'm like, hey, idiot, he's doing your job. Why are you celebrating another man for doing?
Hang on a second. If you look at Trump's cabinet or equivalent of, right, the people who donated the most money got places that they were overseeing. That included Elon for the 20 billion that he handed over or whatever it was, going right down to the smaller billionaires like Linda McMahon, who donated 20 million. They all got cushy jobs. So to me, that is privatization and capitalism working at its best.
No.
Let's pay for a seat on the board.
That's fascism. That's not capitalism.
Depends on how far right you go.
Well, true free market capitalism doesn't involve any government. But you're absolutely right. The congressmen and women and the senators that should have been looking into the budget of all these people are now the Republicans are now celebrating the fact that Elon Musk, an unelected bureaucrat, is coming in and doing their job. They should have been doing this in the first place, and they should be going after the Federal Reserve. They should be going after the CIA, the real things that really matter. And you're right. Now these lawmakers can't get into these buildings because Elon Musk, the guy that wants to chip your brain and hanging out with Ghislaine Maxwell, is running things. Yeah, let's trust him with the government. That's a great idea.
Even if, right, he did go after all of these different agencies, he's still being funded by APAC, right?
Bro, he is literally one of the guys that is funded by the government. Do you think he's going to look into the government contracts that he has? What about Jeff Bezos? What about Jeff Bezos, who was at the inauguration with his government contracts? Do you think they're going to look into those?
Of course not.
Of course not.
That's like the police investigating the police.
Hey, right. I don't do I don't do politics.
All right.
I don't do
let's change the
politics
subject.
Anyway. So Fake Mike, it was you who took us to the park for a smoke, wasn't it?
Yes, that sure was. That's how you know me.
Have a look at my avatar.
Oh my God, bro! You know that's actually emotional to me.
I took that.
Yo, that's
I took that day.
That was a fun time, man. I had a little buzz on.
I was so out of it.
You were really out of it that day. You were really out of it.
It was an emotional day, Fake Mike, and it was absolutely amazing. You took me to the park, and I've got pictures of the ducks, the lake, the buildings, the Japanese garden, and the woodlands. And this is my favorite.
I can honestly say I don't remember it.
It's like you leaving Mello's house. You don't remember it.
Oh no!
I do.
It was worse than that. I was so out of my tree.
Want to know why, Mellows? Because me, I just keep rolling up. Well, the thing is, it's different too. Because over there, you guys roll up tobacco. Shit. Me,
well, he wasn't smoking here. He was just passive smoking.
He was passive aggressive smoking.
Yeah.
We were smoking that day, Fake Mike. I was as stoned as everybody, but I took it better.
I was so out of it. You see, the thing is, it's pure over there. That's the difference.
And I roll it in this. I roll it in like this is a dark game leaf, right? And so this is just a leaf that has been matured. It's extra dark. It's like 1,000 times harsher than a joint. You're smoking out of what I do is I roll up weed. I take off the cigar guts and I put weed in it. So you're smoking a weed cigar, and that shit burns slow and it hits you way harder than a joint, bro. The first time I smoke a backwoods, I had to put it out, bro. I was like, I got used to it, bro.
I don't remember it, but I do. I remember having a giggle, and I remember us being watched by some people. We were just hanging around the car at that point.
Yeah.
And we all went, should we hide?
And I'm like, no, I'm going to put that blunt right in my mouth. Follow me, guys.
Like, I remember.
Yes.
I remember back in the day.
I have a lot of
Fake
fond memories,
Mike.
and it's almost 12 months since, and I can still remember them, even though partly through I was asleep. I do remember certain aspects of it.
Fake Mike, if you speak to Graham, I'll get him to give you my Hotmail address. If you email me, I will send you some photos from that day, but this is my favorite. I will put that in an A4 frame for you because I've got a photo printer and I'll send it you.
Yeah, I want to see some pictures.
If you want.
I want to see the pictures of that. I never got to see them shits. And Hippie Auditor was there too. That was boss.
Yes. Yeah. The drive. Yeah. I remember him driving over to New York. Jesus. Never again.
Man, you guys had a cool trip. You went to Cape Cod, Rhode Island's whack, but you went to Rhode Island. I mean, I could show you Rhode Island next time really quickly when I'm not working, and I'll drive you guys around and show you some really cool actually things, but you guys saw, Cape Cod to me is beautiful.
I've been to Cape Cod. It is gorgeous.
Cape Cod's gorgeous.
That was our base, and I mean, the people there were absolutely fantastic. You know, down to earth, true Americans, I would say. You know, there's no bullshit.
Yeah,
which makes a change because that's how you see half the look. I can split YouTube into probably 3 categories, right? And the majority that I see from the States, they're only interested in clicks and views. Some
I
of them
got
are
to
open
ride round
knowledge.
Cape Cod on that baby, on that beast.
Oh wow, that's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
Hippie's son took me all round Cape Cod on the back of that at over 100 miles an hour.
Yes.
And Grim was behind us, and he was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, man.
I would have loved
And
to
I
have
was
gone on it,
stoned.
but it was. I tell you what, how the hell I saw half the stuff, I don't know, but it was fun. And I also enjoyed, and I will do it again if I get the opportunity, driving on the wrong side of the road.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh yeah.
But then putting Hippie in a situation where I was actually on the right side for me.
Next time you guys come in the summertime and stick mellows in your suitcase, and we'll have fun, man. Summertime will be fun. Inferno, I forget. What area are you from?
Oh, in Texas, man, in Dallas.
That's right, man. How do you feel about the Luka trade?
By the what? I'm sorry, man. Say again.
The Luka trade. That's all everyone's talking about in Dallas, right?
Oh, are they? Man, actually, I haven't heard about it. You know, I mean, that's how much I don't sometimes pay attention to certain things. I don't know.
It's actually kind of conspiracy too, because
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, so Luka Doncic is your team's basketball player, and he's like one of the top 5 basketball players in the world right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Okay,
so
yeah.
so they just traded him away to the Lakers for basically nothing. And everyone's like, everyone in the sports world, not even the conspiracy world, like, okay, this is weird. Like, all of a sudden this guy goes to Los Angeles and with LeBron and like Mavs, the Mavs supporters. It's really funny. Like they had a protest and they were like, yo, we made it to the finals last year and you traded away our best player for nothing and da-da-da. And people brought coffins to the thing saying the team was buried. It is mad funny. Yeah, it was just funny shit.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Fake Mike, you remember this place?
That's weird.
Hold on, I can't see that picture as well because I'm on StreamYards. Oh, let me zoom in.
That's the bar.
That's the bar we went to. Okay, that actually looked. I don't remember there being green. I remember it being dark. I had a few smokes and drinks myself too. Yeah, I guess
it was. That was the bar. I
That's all
have
the
got
beers.
some photos of us all, so I will send you some photos of us all together and whatnot. So
yeah, if when you guys if you guys ever see that video, that picture, Grim is such a tall, strong dude. He's like 1.5 feet taller than me. I look like a hobbit next to this dude, so it's embarrassing. He's like Andre the Giant next to me. He's like leaning down to put his shoulder around me, bro. I'm like, it's so emasculating.
Was it like over 6 foot or what?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah,
Well,
I am.
you're a short ass.
Grim, how tall are you, Grim?
I'm about 5'10".
Nah, you gotta be. He's over 6. He's being modest right now. He's tall.
5'10"? No, he's not 5'10".
Nah, he's taller than that. That's a lie.
it's about 5'11". About 5'11".
For real or?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I keep getting my head in the clouds.
Right, that's my phone. I'll catch you in a bit.
All right.
Okay. All right, Miss Weaver.
Grim is 10 inches laying down.
I was like, yeah, where I'm from, actually, you know, I'm like 6 foot, but like where I'm from, I'm actually kind of short. It's like everybody around here is like 6'5", like 320 pounds, 350 pounds and shit.
It's true, bro. Because I always grew up in the hood, bro. So and like the first times I went to like the suburbs and especially like the Midwest in like the South, I'm like, yo, You guys are so much bigger than
Yeah, man.
everyone out here. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong, we
yeah,
had
it's
tall
people.
people and stuff like that, but it's like, damn, I don't know
Yeah.
what they're doing to the food
Yeah,
or
man,
the
there's people
water.
here. It's just,
The
there's
bigger,
people here that are just like, what the fuck? That guy, I mean, that guy would just destroy you in 2 seconds. You know, I mean, people like that. It's just like
So, if you read that comment, it's all to do with why the Americans drive on the right-hand side of the road. It has to do with shootings from the horse and cart days. They used to use the left-hand side till highway robbery got common.
actually, Outlaw, that's an amazing, awesome fact, which I love. And just to piggyback off that, that is also in the horse and carriage days why somebody sitting in the right-hand side, to me, would be riding shotgun, because they would actually have to carry a shotgun on you. Amazing fact there, Outlaw.
Yeah, it makes sense. So so it had to be kind of put over to that side because your driver had to be on the left, and then shotgun on the
I
right.
mean, we drive on the opposite side. It's all to do with the fact that enemies were always on the right, and if you were on the right side, you weren't actually facing them. And we decided, in our ultimate wisdom, that it's better to go head on at the opposing army.
Respect.
And that's how it stuck. But I'll tell you something. I thought that there would be an issue because all my life I've driven on the left-hand side, right? And I thought I'd have an issue. But it was so easy. It just followed the road. It's exactly the same over here.
Excuse me, how many times did you go on the wrong side of the road?
How many times did I drive when I was under the influence? I can't honestly answer that. Well, I can only say no comment.
Yeah, you did things in America you would have done in UK.
The best way to get over that too is like, especially if you're driving overseas, or even if you're driving 5 minutes down the road to the local liquor store, is always have a couple drinks on you so you get a nice confident buzz, you know?
Well, the thing is, what she's referring to, Mrs. Reefer's referring to, is where there's no lines on the road or there was no barrier on the road.
Going to New York, even Hippie kicked him out of the driver's seat because he was terrified.
I missed
you guys know something I had to do? I drove through all of Manhattan in a freaking in a manual shifting car. That was so annoying, bro. I couldn't enjoy any of the scenery or going by or my blunt. I'm just like shifting, down, shifting, light, up, down, stop. Okay, go get.
Oh no, it's such a pain in the ass.
Taxi. Man, I'll tell you what, man. Honestly, I do think New York is the coolest city that I've ever been to in my life, and it's probably the coolest city in the world. But
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, man, I used to go out there several times a year. I haven't been out to New York in a while, man. New York is such a cool place. It's much better in the springtime, but even in the wintertime, when you go outside and it's cold, you feel less cold because there's more lights and there's people out. It's not like you're just on a lonely freaking road and it's super cold. And if I don't know, but yeah, New York is awesome, man. I don't know if I would ever live there, but one of the most fun places in the world. You could literally live in New York City and go to a different bar and restaurant every night for the rest of your life, and you wouldn't run out of places to go. Matter of fact, most people don't realize Houston is a humongous city. Houston is one of the largest cities in the United States. Brooklyn alone, which is only one of the 5 boroughs of New York City, is larger than Houston by itself. That's not counting Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, Long Island, Staten Island. New York is a really, really, really dope place, man. There's a lot of bad and a lot of good, but it's a cool place.
I can honestly say that I could have spent at least several days there, but I was only there for one day, and it happened to be St. Paddy's Day as well, St. Patrick's Day. So we ended up watching the parade that went through.
Epic.
Standing around. I thought it was great. I had a fantastic day there. It was a long-ass day. I actually felt sorry for Hippie because he drove there, went throughout the day being awake, and he drove back. And you know what? It was only when he was around about 2 streets away from where he lives, right, that he nearly had an accident. And if it wasn't for the emergency system, and me being awake at the time, and I went, "Whoa, you're going to hit that car." He slammed his brakes on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he did really well. We
He said
we
he said,
did
"I
the
took the eye off the
9/11 and
road."
we did the 9/11 memorial. We did the subway over there, which I've got some cracking pictures of us in the subway. So yeah, it was amazing. And New
And
York is just beautiful, and the buildings. Wow.
I've got to give a shout out to Eli for what he did that day. He met up with us, and we had a great day. And he got us onto the subway free of charge, allegedly. Yeah, it was a great day. I'd love to do it again sometime in the future.
Definitely.
Why don't you guys just take
Maybe before I'm 67 and I'll just wreck the bank.
Man, you guys just buy a cheap plot of land over here. Come freaking live over here.
I don't think I could do that. As much as it's a great place to visit, but could I live there? Probably.
I could.
Probably.
But I'm a traveller. I'm one of them. I've travelled all over this country. I love to travel and see different places and live in different places. So for me, it'd be an adventure.
James is a country boy. He hates driving in cities.
Don't blame me, James. I don't like driving.
I'm talking good drivers. Hello, BBA. You're driving us mad. How are you doing?
What's up, man? What's up? What's up?
I wasn't expecting you back.
Hey, BBA.
I'm back.
Nice to meet you.
Are you good? Hope you're well.
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. all
Nice
good.
to meet you. I don't think we've actually talked before. It's nice to.
Yeah, I
heard
think
of
we
you,
have.
though.
I think we have in Jitsi, maybe. I think maybe we have.
Maybe, yeah, maybe we have.
Yeah, Bear not just, but he got his plaque, man. He's over 100,000, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow, well done. Well done, BBA. That's amazing. I'm
If you
really
haven't
proud
already
of you.
subscribed, go over and subscribe to him. You could do
I
with
have
another couple.
subscribed. I have subscribed. I am subscribed to all the channels within the group.
Well, I do appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. I've got a phone
WTG.
call to you, so I'm going on mute.
Yeah, well, I'll be ending this shortly anyway, probably. Unless Bear wants to continue, it's entirely up to him. Because normally I only get to stay on for a couple of hours. It's 2.5 hours. I've still got. I've been binge watching some American garbage. I say that. I think I think the best sci-fi is from America anyway. So
I watch nothing but American shows.
Oh, I know that. You like things like Law and Order. And NCIS.
Yeah, I liked it. Wolf and things like and people like that. But Dick Wolf is one of my favourite producers.
But anyway, I just want to say that it's been a while since I've been live. It's great to have so many people come in and say hello and take part. Maybe I need to do these more often. I could do with meeting up with Bear and do some of our famous lives where he's the straight man. The butt of all jokes. But no, seriously, he does do some good lives. Well, I think we need to get back into it. I think both of us have slipped over the last 12 months or so. I've had a lot of things going on in the background. And not felt up to it. I'm feeling a little bit better about doing things. Mellows and I've got a meet up later in the month again. I'm going to go over and see him, probably get a little bit high as a kite. And no doubt I'll sleep a lot.
You need that. That's one
But,
thing, bro. When you smoke, you need to sleep a lot because it doesn't allow you to get your REM cycle in, bro.
Hey, BBA, you outside?
Yeah, I'm out walking the dog. Yeah.
Right. Oh, fair dues. I forgot you got a dog.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, I'm going to call it, folks. I want to say thank you to everybody for dropping in.
Should I realize I'm muted?
Nah, just, hey, if you want to keep it going for a bit, Grim, while I'm here and about, I don't mind.
Yeah, no problem. You want to stream on your phone?
Yeah. That's how I come in. For a stream.
Sorry, guys, I didn't realize.
Okay, well, I'll drop off and BBA will keep it going. Just remember.
Yeah, right. I'll be here. It's like, yeah, sorry, guys, I didn't realize I'm muted for a minute. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You know, so
I mean, listen, I might have a coffee or something, and if you're still going, I might drop back in. But for now, I shall see you later. Thanks, everybody.
Good seeing you, my boy.
Take care, Grim.
Take care now. Bye.
Take care,
Grim.
Guys, go check out the Grimmest of all Reaps, man. Go check out Grim
Oh,
Reaper's
great.
channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the God right now, man.
Oh yeah. It's like, yeah. Oh yeah. Fake Mike. You know, earlier I was saying too. You know, about New York. It's amazing how many old world buildings are in New York. You know,
Now-
like Wall Street. All that is old world. You know.
And that's another thing which has got me really questioning things. I wouldn't say if I completely believe in the Tartarian stuff, but they do present some really interesting anomalies about history. And you know what? I will say this. I'm a person that, like I said earlier, I'm not handy. I can't build anything around the house or anything like that. But it does seem odd that some of these buildings that are so magnificent and made out of extremely dense material and are extremely ornate. Some of them were built with marble and stuff, and like this is before the Industrial Revolution. So it's like, how are these buildings really made? Like, and it gets you questioning. And you know what? The thing I love about the Tartarian stuff is I'm now an architecture buff. Like, I love architecture now. Before I didn't appreciate
I've always
architecture. And literally, like, finding fucking Art Deco and how dope Art Deco is just like, man, imagine if we lived in those type of buildings, or we could go to the library there instead of the congressmen and the senators going there. If we could go there, you know what I'm saying? Imagine what kind of some of the buildings.
There's so many, man. It's like is it the Iowa State Capitol? I think it is. The Iowa State Capitol building. That building is insane. It's like it's like you can tell that it was a palace. That was a palace.
What's the sad part about it too, Inferno? Is I don't know if it was a palace. I don't know what it was, but I'll tell you.
But the way it looked like, you know what I mean? If you see it, I gotta pull it up. I gotta pull it up. Iowa State Capitol building.
Yeah,
can you pull it up, somebody? It's like that building's insane.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like doing audits. I went to look up
the Iowa State. Yeah, the Iowa State Capitol building. Would you mind pulling up a picture? Like just showing the inside and all that shit.
IOWA, Iowa. Matter of fact, man, I went to a lot of these buildings. That's Lucius Aurelian's favorite, and his second favorite is like Connecticut State House. And the funny thing is, I've been to both of them. I've been to a lot of these state houses, and
have you? Sure.
I actually made history. I was
nice.
So I went in to audit the Iowa State Capitol, but then I didn't know any of this at the time, and so I always knew they were beautiful and magnificent structures. I always respected that. And Enrique, auditing America, he just wanted to go do like some things, but I wanted to kind of take it slow a little bit too, and be like, yo, this is some real deal. These are museums too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is this crazy cool shit. Like, let's check this out a little bit too. But anyways, we went into, I don't know if it was the Congress or the Senate chamber, and there was police there saying, oh, you guys got to take off your snapbacks. You got to take off your hats. And I was like, no, I don't. And then they were like, because people have done ID refusals, but I did the first ever snapback refusal. And I was like, oh, so you would tell Benjamin Franklin with his coonskin hat to take it off in here? It was about freedom. We're supposed to be about individual. We're not supposed to be like the king and the queen. But yeah, man, these buildings are magnificent. And it's really a shame that all these government losers get to work there and use this building, and we don't. Like, we should be able to use
no,
these
it's like
buildings.
we're like a cut off from seeing any of any of the cool stuff. Anyways, that's for sure. It's like there's one building too. I remember there's like some elevators that they'll let you see, and it's like the front of the elevator doors. It's just like insane carving on that. Or it's like, well, people call it a carving, but I believe all that was kind of like some form of 3D printing or whatever they had, because it's just too perfect, It's just so.
I don't know how they did it, but some of the stuff that they do is just so incredible. Like,
yeah, it's too perfect to be carved. You know what I mean? It's like humans can't do that.
And just like the marble alone, I think people take for granted like how difficult it is to cut marble just in general, let alone into beautiful, delicate, ornate ornamentations. Like it's crazy. And we don't see buildings like this anymore. We see square buildings with no windows. And it's just it's just bad, bro. It's really bad. The Tartarian shit is very interesting. I don't necessarily prescribe to the whole theory, but they do bring up one of the best things that I learned from Tartaria is the fact that, like, because I used to look at historical photos and think, okay, they'll lie about everything, but I didn't think that they would. I think at worst they just wouldn't show us photos that were crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course. I'm sure there's but that's the thing. I'm sure there's like there's probably buildings and photos that we would
not showing us. Yeah. But,
right. That we would.
But what I didn't realize is they're able to edit photos. They've been able to edit photos for a long time, making it like I could hold like in the 1850s, in the late
even
1800s,
then, yeah.
They could edit photos like they could have a picture of me holding my head. And a matter of fact, I looked into it, and a few of these pictures, one about Abraham Lincoln, another one about Ulysses Grant, they're fake pictures that got into history books. And they later came out that they were actually fake. So it's like, bro, you don't even know.
Can tell.
You can't.
It's like, always around by the feet. Always around by the feet. The feet are a little fuzzy look, or just kind of faded, or you know what I mean, kind of blurry looking. It's weird. You know what I mean? You can tell.
So what do you mean about the feet, though?
It's like, how. Matter of fact, I think there's one with Abraham Lincoln where the feet are sort of.
Yeah.
And it's like you can tell it's just something that's been edited.
A lot of those videos, photos, when you go back and look at them, it's like, there's some stuff that, like, first you're looking at it and then it's like, oh yeah, that's clearly like added on. That's like a clearly added on thing, and you can see like lines and shit in there, and it's like, bro, how do we know anything about history? That's the thing. It's like,
oh yeah. That's the thing. It's like I think it's like the ones who you know how they say that. It's like like you're God, how do they say that? The ones who
don't know their history are doomed to repeat it.
It's like there's that, but I'm just saying, like, it's like the ones who know that it's like the reason why the ones who are in power is because they know a history that that we don't. That's what I'm getting at, I guess.
That's very possible, especially if these older civilizations had free energy, right? Or something like that, right? Because
I guess that's probably what it is. That's probably what they're using. You know what I mean? It's like I bet you they use free energy. You know what I mean? Like they use the technology that gives them that.
I think that's highly possible, and I think that's, if anything, that's the major reason why they wouldn't want to tell us about that, is because because you've seen people like Tesla, you've seen inventors that create a water-powered engine and they mysteriously disappear, right? And that's something that they don't want the people to. They need us to depend on them, so they don't want us knowing about free energy.
Yeah. It's like that's how they're able to stay so rich, as long as along with the taking everything, but then also have free energy. It's like, man.
How are you going to charge people for free energy where they could just get in their house? Imagine not only the government not stealing 30 to 50% of your income with taxes, but imagine if you never had to pay.
We had free energy. Yeah, people had free energy.
Yeah, imagine you never had to pay to fill up your gas tank ever. Imagine if you never had to pay to heat your house or AC your house or to charge any of your electronical things, right? Like, this is crazy. But that's what the government's been keeping to for at least 100 years, maybe thousands, who knows, but at least 100 years.
It's probably been like up and down. I think there's always been kind of one constant, but there's probably just been up and down in like numbers and little civilization pockets, you know. And then and now it's just on a full upswing, full on, you know, like burn off the inventory kind of a thing. You know,
the thing that I've always been highly skeptical of history, right? But the thing that Tartaria taught me more than anything is now I don't trust anything that comes from history, because the only places that we're getting history from the most part are from these same institutions that Jeffrey Epstein compromised, the same institutions that we know for a fact have lied, we know for a fact have been wrong. And now it's like, how do we know anything? How do we know history didn't start 50 years ago? How do we know, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. I mean, obviously not 50 years ago, but 100 years ago. How do we know history?
Yeah, you're old enough to know. Yeah, it's like the oldest person I know was born in 1903. So, but like she died though when I was about 9. I was about 10. You know, a great grandma. You know, and so yeah, but it would have been nice to have known. So, but my grandmother. Well, see, you know, even my grandmother kind of died young too, so I didn't have much time to get to know a lot of history from her either, you know. But
and that's a valuable resource too, because I mean, like, even my grandma, I have 2 of my grandmas are still alive, 2 of my grandfathers are deceased. My grandma, she remembers when she was a kid, and a guy sometimes on a horse would come with a truck, and he was the Iceman, and he would give blocks of ice because they didn't have refrigeration. You know what I'm saying? And it's like. So who knows? Who really knows what happened beyond anybody that's alive? And then even people that are alive lie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we really don't know. The only things that we do know have been told to us by people that abuse children, right? Whether it's the church, the church, they abuse children, or the government, they abuse children, and both of them have lied to us. And so those are mostly almost all of our source of information. And then there's private academia, which there's problems with peer review because people were just slipping nonsense in there, and it's allowed in. The New York Times has covered that. There's also the replication crisis, right? There's a whole bunch of problems with the system. So it's like we don't know really don't know anything. And that's how shocking the Tartarian thing is. And that's part of the thing where it's like Tartarians will be like, okay, well, that means, well, I like Lucius Aurelian because he used to be a professor, and he doesn't say, he said, hey, it could be this, it could be that, this is exactly what I say about UFOs, because we know there's something up in the sky, right? I know that because I've seen it, I've videotaped it. There's thousands of people that have videotaped, there's photographed, there's thousands of witnesses. There's something going on in the sky. Now, some people jump to conclusions. Some people say, oh, it's aliens. Some people say it's only the government. Oh, it's demons. Oh, some people say it's time travelers coming from the future. Some people say it's an unexplained scientific phenomena that we don't know about yet. I don't know. It could be any of those or something else, or a combination of any of those and something else. And that's the thing with Tartaria. Tartaria points out real interesting things. And then my problem and that's why I like Lucius. So if anybody that doesn't know what Tartaria is, I'll give you a very basic overview in about 5 to 10 seconds. It's the idea that there was a massive global civilization that occurred sometime before 1850, and that civilization was not perfect, but they did have access to free energy, and they were better than us in many ways. And that was destroyed and taken over, and now they've reset us. They've given us a reset. The bad people won, and now they've reset humanity in a way to control us. And that's why you have things like here in the United States, the orphan trains and mud flood and all this other type of stuff. Now, that's the whole point I'm getting at, is some of these Tartarian people will say, oh, well, that definitely means that there was definitely this, and definitely this happened, and this happened. It's like, well, we don't. You just proved to me that we can't trust anything from ancient texts, and I already knew that from before. So I think it would be difficult to make assertions, and that's why I like Lucius Aurelian, because he says, well, we're working with the 5 eras theory. This could be wrong. It could be this. It could be that. It could be a number of them. He says the same thing I say with UFOs. And so that's truly what it means to be an explorer and to keep an open but skeptical mind. And I encourage everyone, keep an open but skeptical mind and put something through the Socratic method. I think anything's possible, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not going to believe it until I've seen enough evidence. But I'll tell you what, the Tartarian stuff is pretty darn interesting, because one of the things they point out is how, if you take a look at architecture from London, if you take a look at architecture from United States state houses or all across Europe in parliamentary buildings or palaces, or even you go to Asia, you go to China, Japan, Thailand, you see some of this architecture that is like, how do they build this shit? And especially in some cases, allegedly before the Industrial Revolution. And it's like, not only how do they build it, but why do they all have columns? Why do they all have pediments? Why do they all have domes? Like, what's going on here? So it's fascinating. I would tell people to definitely delve into that in your free time, for sure. Don't make it obsessed like the flat earthers do, and that's the only thing that they talk about, because there's other problems. Because even if they lied to us about, which I guarantee, even if Tartaria is right or wrong, I know that they've lied to us about the timeline, right? Because till to this day, and even a few years ago, I was doing like after school help with kids, right? And they would put up their textbooks, right? And it'd be like, oh, the civilization starts at Sumeria and Babylon 6,000 years ago. But yet even mainstream scholars have found things, Gobekli Tepe and Tiwanaku and all these other ancient sites that are way older, according to their standards, than Sumeria and Babylon. And some of them are in America, which was only supposed to be populated well after all of this fact, that fly in the face of what they believe, and they still haven't changed the timeline. So we know the timeline's off. We know history is not what they told us. And that's a problematic thing. So if they can lie about history, they lie about everything, right? And so, and then that's part of the thing is when they put all, and David Icke says this, and shout out to David Icke for being one of the, I don't agree with everything he says, but I'll tell you what, he keeps it real more than any other big name truther out there, except him and Fritz Springmeier are obviously Jordan Maxwell, rest in peace, Jordan Maxwell and Doc Marquis. But literally David Icke makes an incredible point, right? We all know how powerful our minds are. And from very early on, you're taught all these presupposed things, right? We're taught, okay, well, gravity works this way, the earth looks like this is how mathematics works, this is how you read. With all we know about human mind and the human potential, who's to say that human beings can't innately fly, or we can't innately have telekinesis or telepathic communication? Who's to say we don't have that? Maybe these people have just known that, because that's the thing about these secret societies. And there's a lot of people out here that are stupid as hell. We're like, well, the Masons say this and the Masons do that. Bro, you're not a Mason. You didn't join the Masons. And if you did, I don't trust you, right? And I don't think all Masons are bad. I don't even think Masons necessarily themselves are bad, right? I don't even think necessarily Masonry may have been a bad thing. But what we do know for a fact is for a long time, they've had mystery schools and they've had secret societies. And these people from all over the globe got together to learn secret wisdom. And so if there's people from all over the globe, historically speaking, that they tell us, and there still today exist these societies like the Rosicrucians and the Hermeticists, and they claim to have secret knowledge, and they just somehow happen to overlap with some of the world leaders that are in front of the same scenes, that would tell me that they may have some information that we don't have and they want to keep from us, right? That's just obvious, basic 101 type shit. I'm not saying we can fly. I'm not telling, but I do think that it is possible that I do know telepathy is possible, right?
No, sorry to jump in.
I'm sorry. I'm ranting.
No, it's all good. Does Meadows, you there? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you want to fire up a live and keep this going?
I can do that.
Yeah, do you want to go fire up a live and then, like, I don't know, I'll send everyone over because
Yeah,
Appreciate
let's kick this live. Let's kick
What were you
this
saying to
live.
do, Zach?
That way, Bear can do that. I actually gotta go run an errand real quick, but I'll be back. But yeah, before we wrap this up, Bear's on speedy time. Mellows and Inferno, guys, tell people how they can find you, follow you, donate to you. I want to say really quick thank you to everybody that tuned in. Please share this video. Please share all of Mello's content. Go over to Bear Britton Audits. Congratulate him on getting 100K, man. That's really impressive, man. That's really impressive. That's a lot of dedication and a lot of work. And keep in mind, again, like I said, he's not unboxing kittens. He's going in the face of the beast, not just the police, but the politicians and the governments themselves, knowing he can get arrested and targeted at any time, and he's doing it for you guys, and he's doing it because he knows it's the right thing to do. So everyone go over there, even if you've already subscribed, give him a comment. Give him a comment and let him know, hey, I appreciate your hard work. That helps the algorithm. The best thing you can do is share his videos. So I'm gonna hop out. I love you guys, but yeah, guys, the more comments you guys get, the more time you guys share these videos. I just want you to know, like, Bear Britton, he's amazing, bro. He's amazing, bro. He's like, over here we call him a modern, in the United States we call him a Paul Revere, a modern day Paul Revere. But he would say the British are coming, but now he's let way more people than Paul Revere could ever possibly dream of reaching, though, that not only are the British coming, there's somebody behind the British, and you should watch out for them. So yeah, and Mellows has been doing the same thing behind the scenes for 20-something years. Mellows is behind some of the biggest movements that you don't even know, that he'll never even tell you about. Right? Mellows has paved the way. He's put the code on the ground so people like me and Bear can walk over that and have success. Mellows has changed the world a number of times. I'm not bragging. He's changed the world a number of times. And Inferno,
listen,
I said earlier,
if I could give Mellows a piece of my plaque, bro, I would. If I could just I don't
know what
a
that
little
means.
slice of it and that. I would, man.
Piece of slice of it.
Yeah, just I don't know, trim like a bit off the side or something. Just give you a little bit.
Thank you. I gotta.
Yeah, and
I
obviously,
gotta circle this all. Yeah, I gotta circle this all, man.
Yeah, you just get a grinder out.
But yeah, I'm gonna peace out, man. And I just want to say one more thing too. Inferno's the man. I haven't known Inferno that long,
man.
so I can't
You
speak
too, man. It was a cool.
on him like
It
that.
was a cool
But like I
talking to
said
you, man.
earlier, he's a good dude that has a lot of wisdom on a whole bunch of things. So I hope
You too,
before
brother. Thank you, man. You too.
before you gentlemen part, please let everybody know, Bear, Mellows, how everyone can get in reach with you, and Inferno, and how they can donate
done
and
it, man.
subscribe. And
You've
one more
done it.
time, guys, share all these videos.
You've done it, bro. You've already done it. You've already sold it.
That's it.
I dropped the link of the StreamYards in the back, but everyone's gone now.
I mean, even like.
Okay, what is that?
But yeah,
What's
you
that,
put
bro?
it. So you're going live, yeah?
Well, that's what I thought you wanted me to do.
Well, you might as well, yeah. Like I say, I've got to go get a shower and shit, bro. And you know what I mean? So if
Okay,
someone
yeah,
else
so you're
can
gonna
take over, I'll once I'm done, I'll probably float about, jump back on Mellows or something. But I need to go get a shower, man.
Okay. All right, Bear. Hey, take care, man.
Ah, man, take care. Good speaking with you, yeah.
You too. All right, man.
All right, Mellows, you go jump over to yours, bro.
All right, mate. Take care.
All right,
See you
so-
guys on the other side. Bye.
It's,
All right, bro.
and to all Grimm's viewers, much love. Thank you for joining. I know he appreciates you all. And
Like,
yeah,
I think we're. It's like, are we still
Uh,
on? We're
yeah,
not still live.
peace, Inferno.
All right,
Bro. Gotta love Inferno, man. Hopefully he'll be over on Mellows. But yeah, so take care, everyone, and hopefully, like I say, you heard Grim say he's going to start trying to do some more lives. So hopefully we can get a few lives and things rolling again. But yeah, God bless people. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.